completas. We rise.
We rise.
We rise.
Real quick, when you said that you did the podcast...
Finally asked you better shush.
Huh?
Finally asked you better shush.
No, dude, just go take a shit. I don't want to smell that.
I don't give a fuck.
Hello, and welcome back to...
I didn't say hello.
Huh?
I didn't say hello.
Well, fuck, redo it then, motherfucker.
Okay, ready?
Hello.
And welcome back to I Get Spooky Podcast.
I get spooky.
This is your host, Mai.
And this is also your host, Jeremy.
And we're gonna tell you guys about the Zak Bagan's museum experience.
Yes, as you guys can see right there. That ain't right.
I found as many pictures as I could online for you guys to get a visual of it so that we can use the empty space of the TV as well. So, yeah, appreciate our effort, I guess.
So we're trying to make a little bit more improvements on this podcast for sure, but...
And today we're only using one camera because we were supposed to do this podcast 2 days ago and he had to leave, so we had to restart. We didn't get that far anyway, so it's fine. But I did record my dad's part with me first, and that was 2 hours alone. So I think we're going to have to do 2 parts.
2 parts of the podcast?
Because it was a very, very long podcast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was 2 hours without editing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I haven't even started editing. So it's not looking like it's going to be posted today or this week, guys. But I do have the intention of starting vlogs again weekly. So right after this, it's about what?
It's already Thanksgiving. Oh,
yeah,
by the way, guys,
12.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, even though this is going to be going late.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hopefully everybody has a safe Thanksgiving and also a wonderful Thanksgiving. But other than that, wish you guys nothing but the best. And let's go ahead and talk about our experience with the Zak Bagans.
Well, before we get to the experiences, I just want to say that I'm going to try my best to post the blog the day of Thanksgiving, which is obviously today at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I might not sleep shit. Because it's already about to be 1.
Yeah.
And if it took 2 hours with my dad, I don't think this is going to be any shorter because I'm a yapper.
We're yappers.
But we'll get into the stories, obviously. There is a lot of things in that house. Can you shut up? Spooky.
Get spooky.
He's drinking water for those listening, and he decided to do it right when I was talking. But anyways,
let's go ahead and do this.
There's a lot of things in that museum, so forgive us if we remember little to almost nothing aside from our experiences in certain rooms. So yeah, sorry in advance. Don't rely on the details of everything.
About to say me right now.
No.
I heard Jeremy. Don't rely on Jeremy.
Then you're hearing things. Then don't trust whatever experience he had.
Because this jackass either. I'm just playing. Back on topic. But like she was saying, guys, there was a lot of things in that room. But like, I'll just give you my input later. It was pretty bad for me.
But we are going to start off with showing you guys the beginning of everything. So if you look into the TV, for those looking at the video and not just listening, we put a little slideshow. Well, not we. I did. Why are you clapping? I put a little slideshow so it can kind of help you guys get a visual idea of how the layout of the house is. Because the house itself looks a little tricky because, it looks like it has a second floor. But to me, it looked like it was just like a big open house kind of thing. instead, like a 1-story house, but it was 3 stories
It-
counting the basement technically.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Definitely 3 stories for sure, because that basement part, man, it's not a joke down there. I can't even lie. But
we'll
the
get
upstairs
into
was
that.
terrible.
We'll get
Terrible.
into that. He's already skipping. But anyways, we got there around 6:30. 6?
We got there around 6, but we ended up like getting into the actual like first place in the house at like 6:30. They gave us that bereavement time because there was people that we were waiting on because they were running late. Do you remember how we were waiting? It was already almost like 6:30.
Because we were the first group to arrive out of all the people they were waiting for that specific time of the tour. So in total, it was like 16 of us. 16 of us? 14?
No, I
Something
don't think
like
it was
that.
that much. I think it
Yeah,
was like
because at one point they divided us by 4, remember? And it was just RIP people plus your family.
Oh, yeah.
And just they divided us of 3 groups of 4, so that's already 12. And then the rest of your family, so Anthony, your mom, your Nina, and your grandma.
Yeah, you're right.
So 16.
Damn, I didn't think that was that many.
16 people in a tiny ass house.
For sure.
But we made it in. But I think we should start with the history of the house. Do you remember the history of the house? Because it's not just any house.
Yeah, this is, I believe, if I remember, this was a house that Bagan's first was doing an investigation on because there was a evil spirit, right?
Kind of. So what happened is like it belonged to a family and they
Mhm.
got murder in there.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah. I can pull it up real quick, but it was a family. They got murdered there, and then that's when the haunting started because it just. And I think my dad recognized one of their names, so I think they had some sort of history too. Like they weren't just regular people.
that. Really?
He didn't remember from where, but like he was like, "Oh, I've heard that before." So who knows?
I'm surprised.
It's a historian mansion from 1938, and it features 30 rooms as of right now. That it's a museum, and it has obviously a collection of cursed items and all of that. But if you look into the history of the house on itself, it said that Zak, going back, it's located as a history 1938 mansion with a dark reputation, rumored to have hosted demonic rituals in the basement. And Zak bought the property and filled it with alleged haunted, cursed artifacts, turning it into a museum after the demon house.
Oh.
And a separate property he owned was demolished. The museum houses a vast collection of paranormal objects, including items from serial killers, the chair from possessed Gladstone family case, which is the devil made me do it.
Yeah.
And what the museum claims is the most haunted object in the world, the divot box.
Oh yeah, the divot box for sure.
And the background of the mansion, it's a little brief what I have, but obviously built in 1938. I've said it like 3 times, but it's part of that. The mansion was originally owned by prominent businessman Cyril S. Wengert. I think that's how you say it.
Well, 0S. We'll go with that.
And before Zak bought it, the house was a site of alleged paranormal activity, with reports of hostile spirits and construction workers quitting due to the disturbing experiences.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
A little bit of the... Let me see if I can find anything else real quick.
Real quick, I just do want to say, guys, that if you guys see me pushing the mic away a little bit, is because I am a little bit still sick. I have a cough. I was way worse before when we were recording this originally, but I'm not coughing as bad, but I still have a lot of mucus in me, so forgive me if you see me pushing the mic away. And that's it.
To be haunted due to the spirits of the one Gert family and allegedly demonic rituals that took place in the basement in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason it's not showing up, but I know for sure it's because that family, I think the husband and wife got murdered there. From what I've found.
I'm trying to remember.
The thing is, guys, I know it seems kind of lame that I'm looking it up right now as we were recording it, but it was truly so many stories, so many names, so many dates that it's just like we're not gonna remember all that.
Yeah.
Especially because we were more like trying to feel the vibes of the place more than listening to the stories that much. Everybody obviously goes to museums with different mindsets, and for us it was more like, let's see if we feel anything. So some details are blurry for that same reason, but he does tell you the story of the house when you walk in, so he has speakers in almost every room telling you what you should know of the items, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now I think I should mention this is the main entrance of the house is the one that you see to the left side of the screen. And to the right, it's kind of what you see when you're like going around, because on that side where the palm tree is, that's where you wait until they let you in. And I'm pretty sure I have pictures of that as well. Yeah. So that's the like backyard of the house where you sit and wait for other people. And once those people arrive, you go to this part, which is the lobby. That picture I took myself. And it's the RIP badge that they gave us. And the warning sign to the left is what we had to pretty much pledge to with the right hand up and everything, that we would go by that pretty much. Whatever it said.
That, I'll tell you guys right now. That
I'll read it real quick. It says, this building is known to contain ghosts, spirits, and cursed objects. By entering, you agree that management will not be liable for any actions by these unseen forces. And they made us do that right after we fully turn off our phones because they're very strict about that.
Yeah.
Which is why, obviously, I would have loved for this to be a vlog because it's more entertaining, I guess. But I did email them. They told me we couldn't do any vlogging, or any audio recording whatsoever. So that's the reason why we're doing a podcast about it, because I do think it's a cool place. Yeah. I think I would go again. Maybe not with Jeremy. I don't know if any of you wants to go with me. I'm always down to revisit haunted places. I've been to too many. And I always go with good intentions, so I feel like nothing attaches to me. And I don't mess with it either. So I wouldn't even touch the handles of the doors. Like, everything was like, I was pushing my way through them because I was not. Yeah. I did not even want to touch the railing of the staircase. Like, I respect it so much that I fear it in that sense. Because I'm like, I don't mess with the unknown, and I'd rather just keep it that way. Yes, I look for places that are cursed, haunted, or whatever, but I have my limits when it comes to that, so that's why. And talking about that, before I forget...
That's what I was about to remind you.
The intentions. That I always forget and I always say at the end, but not today. So, we do this every episode where I say that our intentions are truly nothing bad, pretty much. Like, we don't want any ghost attachments. We don't want any bad energies, not just for us, but for you guys. And yeah, I can't promise that nothing will ever happen from hearing these episodes because you never know. Some people are more sensitive to certain things than others. And my best wishes for you guys is, like, obviously, don't get anything from this. And for us too. So just read stories, have fun, and just sit back or drive while you hear podcasts.
Yeah, definitely. Just relax, guys. Hear our podcasts and tell
And
us.
just have a good mindset with it. Don't
Yeah.
feel like just from hearing this you're gonna get cursed or attachments or any kind of things. Obviously, again, I can't guarantee that it wouldn't. Because there's many like ghost podcasts out there, paranormal podcasts. And some people do have experiences. But it's not our intention for you guys to have any. Unless
sure.
that's what you're looking for. But at least for us, we want to keep it as a safe space pretty much.
Yeah, no, we don't want any bad attention to you guys, so let's just keep that like that. But let's try to go ahead and talk about...
And again, if you guys are listening, because I am for sure figuring out the Spotify, even though I said it in the Big Bear podcast. It's just a lot. I have a lot to edit, to post, to promote. So it's been taking me a little bit. Unless this guy wants to take over trying that. But
Spotify? I could look into it.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't seem like something too hard. So hopefully by the time this is out, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
For after this, I'll go back to editing. And he can maybe do that.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
And you guys hold him accountable in the comment section to please learn how to edit, because a girl can't do it all.
No, I know. I've been telling her.
And that's the reason why we haven't been consistent with blogging and podcasting, because this takes an hour on its own. And when we read our stories, we have noticed that he struggles reading them. So we are trying to change that dynamic to us learning the stories and telling them how we remember them. It might not fully be accurate because, again, you're not reading it off of something, but I feel like it keeps the vibe going. You still get the
concept.
Yeah, it keeps the vibe going. And I think it's easier for him as someone that's not really into podcast stuff. So, yeah.
I told her, guys, multiple times that I don't think I'm podcast material, but I am still willing to try to do different things to maybe eventually be better at it. So
yeah. Originally, this channel was between me and my best friend, but she is an introvert person.
You guys probably know her best friend as Jackass Damaris, but you know we're not gonna get into Jackass Damaris right now because she's not in our zone. Auto zone. No sponsor, by the way.
Crickets,
yeah, for sure. But let's go ahead and get into this.
Yeah, we're getting off track.
For sure.
This is why my podcast with my dad was 2 hours. It's already looking like it's gonna be anyway. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a 2-part episode too. So stay tuned for that.
So before we go into this, I know how you do the AI picture for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make a good face real quick so that way it could capture it. So real quick. All right, cool. I don't think it caught both of us. Real quick, do it again. All right, cool. Now we're ready to do this.
Whatever.
Right. Now I'm ready to go now.
I might leave this. Anyways, if you are just listening to it and not looking at it, I'm gonna try to put timestamps on this video in case you want to look at the YouTube video and look at the pictures. We don't post them on Instagram just because I haven't really thought about it, and also because I want you guys to see the videos because it's kind of cool. Like, we set up on purpose, like, certain things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I get it. I'm the type of person that sometimes looks at the podcast. Sometimes I just listen to them. So I get that you can only do so much. But if you do want to look at the visuals, you are welcome to look it up on YouTube and you'll find them.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. And
Bro.
also, if you guys ever want me to start posting the pictures as reference of what you're listening to on Instagram, let me know too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's what you want to do instead of looking up the video, that's fine too. And I'll do that.
Oh, last thing, and we can actually get into this. I noticed we got somebody who commented saying that they're going to be sending their stories to us. Thank you for commenting. You know, we don't really get a lot of people commenting on our videos, but we appreciate you and we want to acknowledge
Thank you for commenting, but where is it?
Shut up.
I still haven't gotten it.
We still appreciate you and we hope we get your story soon.
Yes.
Because we love to hear your story.
As always, I will leave the email in the description. And it's also on my Instagram. So if you guys want to find other social medias that we have, you can go to the homepage of our videos and it'll show you right there. Because we don't put it in the description because sometimes YouTube doesn't promote your videos as much if you're promoting other social medias. And obviously we do want to expand with YouTube because this is what we started with. So we're keeping it strictly with YouTube, but if you do want to find us on other social medias, you can find it on the homepage picture and the big long one. But yeah, I put it there. So
hell yeah, brothers.
Remember to check it out because I will be updating that picture soon to also show that we have a podcast. So that's one of the plans. But anyways, back on track.
Now let's get into the damn. Now let's talk about this. We've been off.
Okay, so this is the lobby, and after the lobby, and we're turning off our phones and everything. By the way, they make sure that you do. You have to show your phone to them to make sure that you turn it off. That's how serious they are about it. Even though I don't get it, because there's a lot of YouTubers that have videos about this place, but I guess
think because we're not big enough. That's why.
I don't know. It's just if you're paying a certain amount of money and you're literally signing waivers that say that whatever happens to you, it's on you, you should be allowed to do recording. I get it with no flash, obviously, but you should be allowed if you really wanted to.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And the other thing I will say is as soon as you walk into the house, it's just smoky everywhere. Smoky, and it smells really strong like candle scents. Like those candle scents that you smell and it stays in your nose for like 2 hours, that kind of smell. And it's not to criticize him because obviously I do like what he does and I do like what other paranormal people do. But I feel like it takes away from the experience that you possibly getting a headache from something paranormal rather than scents and smoke. Because the scents and the smoke was in every single room, including the hallway. So, yeah, a lot of people were asking the moment we walked in, even his grandma was like, is it gonna be like this the whole time? Because if it is, I don't know if I'll do the whole tour. Because mind you, it's 3 hours minimum, pretty much. So, it's not like you're just there for like 10 minutes and you can tolerate it. That's fine. But 3 hours of that, I think he should rethink about it. And at this point, the smells are so strong, they're probably impregnated in all the items and walls and floors and whatever. So
on that topic, guys, when we went on this trip, it was for her birthday. Yep. Yes, she did say my grandma. We warned her, but this trip was very horrifying to me, especially because I had my grandma, my mother, my brother, her, and my Nina.
Yeah.
This trip was definitely something for the books. It was definitely awkward for me because I obviously wouldn't want to do something like that with my grandmother. But she did do halfway of the tour, and I'll tell you guys why later on. It had, actually, I could tell you now, she only made it halfway due to the smells of Zak's house. It was so strong, guys. So strong.
It was giving her a migraine.
It gave her a migraine. She was getting a headache. And honestly, I just don't think it was a good time. I just think he needs to get rid of it. I like the museum a lot. I just think he needs to get rid of those smells.
Yeah. Again, it's not that we didn't like it. I actually did. I would go again. It's just, I feel like, yeah, that could have the effect on people that maybe people would think that they're getting a headache because of paranormal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't truly know because it's like the mix of all of that versus all the haunting and shit. So I'm not saying this is what he does, but he probably does it on purpose to cause headaches.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fucked up because at the end of the day, you want a real experience, you know? As real as it could be.
Yeah. No, I agree. Real quick, just okay. I agree with her on that. Like, obviously, you're going to a haunted place,
You
and
want
you
to
want
get the real experience.
and you want a real experience.
I feel like the quieter it is, the better. Because, as a reference, I've been to the Lizzie Borden house, the axe killer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like legit the tour of the house. Just no music, no nothing. It's just one guide that takes you around the house. Thankfully, we had the good luck that it was just literally 4 of us in the group, and that was it. And we went like close to midnight. So that was a decision. But what I liked it was so like you're gonna feel your own experience because there's nothing else to it.
Mm-hmm.
You tour the house, they tell you the story, they show you pictures of the murders and all that, and they leave you alone in the house.
Fuck that.
So that to me is like you're so confident of what like spirits you could feel that they don't need to do anything else. And I feel like stop hugging the Snoopy.
I guess spooky.
And I feel like for Zak to do, I guess, the ambience of the smoke and all that, I get it. He probably wants to make it seem kind of cool, but it takes away from the paranormal experience. So I'll just leave it at that. Hopefully,
Yeah.
if he ever sees this, he doesn't take it as offense. It's just constructive criticism. Because we want him to do good to people, for people to like actually have headaches because something's happening and not because of the smells. Because I'm telling you guys, it's a mix of everything. Because even the guide girl was saying like, yeah, we get it a lot that people get tired of the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she said that it's annoying to change the scents because sometimes they like explode on them a little bit, so it gets on them. And just to let you guys know, like after we left, we were smelling like that place for like 4 hours, if not more.
Our clothes were drenched with the smells. And we went outside to walk the strip of Vegas after that.
So imagine working there and dealing with that every single day.
Like I said, I love Zak's museum. It was a good museum. As you could see, we got some free shirts.
Yeah, we did. For the RIP experience, you get a free shirt.
Yep.
And you get to pick between these 2 designs. Since it was 2 of us, we were like, perfect. We just get one same size and we just share it. So I have the like Halloween version of it, and he has the regular.
Yes. Sorry, I was adjusting.
But we'll move on to more pictures. This is the first guy you see when you walk in. He's right to the left of the door. And he's right next to the room that you first walk into, which is the one right next to the stands pretty much. And the guy told us that it was good luck to wave at him when you walk in, just out of respect and so that you don't get any bad things happening to you.
At first, I didn't see him because I thought they were talking about the clown.
Yeah, I had to like smack him and I was like, fucking wave. I don't need you to not wave.
But I didn't see it personally. I thought they were talking about the clown that's on the outside of that door. That's why.
Yeah, but moving on. On the left side is the picture of the room that you first walk into. It has a lot of things, I will say. a lot of animatronics, little puppets moving around. And the picture you see to the right, it's a little secret room that you go into, which I can explain to you by showing you this. This is from a video from Zak and Colby, because they've gone to it, like, I think they went 3 years ago or so.
Something like that, yeah.
And I was able to capture some things. Zak has changed a lot of things
Yes, he has.
around, but this one is pretty much
Kind of recent.
kind of the same. So to the left, I don't know if you see like a tall white one of the puppets.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right next to it, do you see that there's like a wooden one?
Yeah, I see that
He
one.
was, from what I remember, he was mainly talking about that one being haunted.
Yeah.
And like it causes bad things to you from looking at it for too long and stuff.
Oh yeah, they said if you stare in the eyes of that wooden figure, that it would cause harm to you. And
They also had right next to it a little more to like the front of the room. There's, I think, the real documents of the Conjuring case from Lorraine and Ed Warren. And right in the middle, so you can see it's like a little genie of Zak, and you put $1 in there, and it kind of tells you like your luck for the tour, which I thought was pretty cool.
And what I like about this picture, especially, I want to say this one, I didn't know this, guys, when going into the museum. That Ouija board above Zak is the Zozo Ouija board when Zozo was first encountered or ever heard of on a Ouija board.
Or it might just be just a Ouija board, but
that's what it came
I
up
don't
on
think
when
it's just a Ouija board considering how many things he has.
Yeah.
But to the right side where you see the egg-looking character, there's a secret like bookshelf door where we had our first RAP experience, which was walking through the doll's green section area that I showed you guys in the first slide before this one. And through there, we went through like a little hallway where there was a bell that you had to hit a couple of times because it's like the hotel ones, so it wouldn't really work at first. But you're supposed to just hit it once, but I was like, I was hitting it a couple of times because it wasn't working, but also because I was like, just in fucking case.
The reason why she kept hitting it, though, because I was right behind her, it wasn't ringing. It just sounded like it went off as soon as you hit it.
It's because it's like that. It's like the old school hotel ones that you want to like for service, but it's like a giant bell. So there was that. And then we met at the middle of the hallway pretty much again with the rest of the group that didn't have our IP. And just like an idea of how the layout is of the house, it's like an L shape, I would say. Because you walk in and it's like straight down that hallway, and then it just goes all the way down to the right side of the house.
Yeah. And
so
I'll be
it's
honest,
literally you walk in and then you turn right and all the way, all the hallways and all the rooms.
So once we got to this room, guys, I started looking around and I personally felt nervous and I felt very
To me, it felt like the lightest room in the house.
I just felt unbalanced in general about everything. That's what
I think it's because like he's just scared of things, and I'm more curious and scared. And in that first room, I think I was just like, okay. It was just more the fact that I was like, oh, we're doing this. Like, this is the beginning of a 3-hour tour
what was crazy to me?
Haunted and demonic items. And
what was crazy to me, though, is in that picture right there, they had Dopey right there. I was like, they have a Disney character.
Oh, yeah. Dopey would actually, like, move his head like this, I remember. And I was like, oh, you're making Dopey demonic? Like,
Dopey the demonic.
Dopey the demonic.
Dopey the demonic.
But moving on. The next room we went to was right down the hallway of when you walk in. So right across from the main door. And it's a Annalise Mitchell room, which, as you guys may know her, as the inspiration for the Exorcist movie.
Yeah.
She was the first exorcism recorded, I think, in history. She was a German girl. I believe she died when she was 23 years old. She died from starvation pretty much because she didn't eat or drink anything for 3 days because the demons wouldn't let her.
Especially in that room, guys, since we were in there. As soon as you walk in,
now it looks a little different too, by the way.
Yeah.
You walk in from the same point of view you see on the picture on the left side of the screen.
The casket ain't there.
Yeah, because it's something else. That's what I'm getting to. So you come in from the corner of the room, just as that picture shows it. Now they have like church chairs, like the long wooden ones, on each side instead of individual ones. And now they have what you see up here on the right top side of the screen, which is like a wardrobe, I would say.
Yeah, right? It's a wardrobe in a sense.
And
for sure.
From what the stories were telling us on the speaker is originally from the room where she was exorcised. And right at the bottom is like the shelf that we were sitting right next to, because we were sitting on the front row to the right side of the room.
Yeah.
So as you can see inside the like closet thing, wardrobe or whatever, the wooden one, there is a official exorcism kit they got from the person that did the exorcism on her. And they have documents, the original documents of all that as well.
He's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He really got that shit in his house. That's fucking wild.
I know. Because it's like, how do you get these things?
That's exactly what
I was
like.
he, from what I remember of the story, he got it from, I think, the granddaughter or someone from the family that had just like kept it away. And yeah, I think he either bought it or just like got it from her, like she just gave it to him.
Shit.
But yeah, after the story of her on the speakers, they play the audio, the original audio of the exorcism they did on her for like 2 minutes. Then after that's done, we had another RIP experience that Jeremy can get to tell you guys exactly how it felt. But before he does, I'll show you how you go in. So, this is a wonderful door that started the experiences with Jeremy freaking the fuck out.
All right. Let me just sit down.
Let me get comfy.
Let me get comfy real quick. Get my little Snoopy going real quick right here. All right, guys. So, when you're going in that room, I didn't read that sign when it said RIP. I didn't know that was for us personally.
Mind you, also the room stays dark and it stays like with a red light in it. So it's like the only brightness in the room is like a light red. Like a red light, I mean.
So, obviously, she told you they did the exorcism video or audio for us, this and that. They're like, all right, guys, who are not RIPs, come out of the room. RIPs, you guys have to go through that tunnel. Guys.
Well, don't say you have to, because every experience for RIP people was optional, because RIP people did have more access to like closer looks to the demonic stuff or like stuff like this. So everything is optional. So if you guys do want to go, don't think that you can't back out of things, because you can.
I said have to because I paid money. We paid money for it. But anyways, going through that tunnel, guys, I was scared shitless because nobody wanted to go first at first. So
as the door opened, I remember that the guide opened the door, I think, or the door opened on its own
by itself.
Because they have like motorized doors for a lot of things. And your brother was sitting right in front of it. But since he didn't have our IP, everybody immediately turned to us because they knew that we did. And we were right next to it pretty much. And then everybody got up. We all looked at each other. I looked at Jeremy and I was like, I'm not going first. You are.
Guys, I was fucking...
I was like, you are the sacrifice.
I said I was fucking shitting bricks, dude. Like, bad. And to top it off, before we go in there, You already hear fucking noises in the goddamn tunnel. You hear the girl chanting of like what was going through the
It's
exorcism.
because little bit of like background on the tunnel. The reason why it's supposed to be a very frightening experience is because they told us that Zak channeled all the energy of the bad energy from the exorcism into that tunnel. So all the bad energy, like he tried to like channel it for it to be in the tunnel more than the room. And he also had tiny speakers all around. And just as a reference, you can also see that's how narrow it is in there. And in almost every corner there was tiny speakers right next to your face of the exorcism of the girl.
So guys, as you can see in the picture right here, I didn't have a fucking light.
Yeah, that's
pitch fucking black.
Yeah, that's light from a camera from a video, but in reality it was full darkness.
So let me tell you guys, I was the first one out of that whole group to go first. I said, okay, if I'm going first, you're going behind me, babe. She said, okay, yeah. What I told her to do, I told her, babe, grab my ass. Grab my ass. She was like, why? I said, grab my fucking ass. Cause
he literally wanted like my hand in his butt cheek for comfort.
Because the whole point of that tunnel, or that tunnel right there, you were crouched the whole time in pitch fucking dark. To the point where I first going in, I hit my fucking forehead against the damn first part of the tunnel.
You know, that's the only thing I could a little bit see. That you went in and you went boom.
I was like, oh.
Like when you go into those mazes with the mirrors.
Yeah.
That's how you looked. Because you were going in, and right when you were gonna turn for the first time, I like crouched down to look, and then I see you go boom.
Yeah.
And like completely dissociating. You were like, ah, bitch.
I was pissed, guys. I was so fucking mad. But obviously, besides me being mad, I was scared. I was fucking scared because I'm fucking leaving the pack. I'm leaving the pack. I'm like, alright, I just want to get this shit over with. I want to get out of this tunnel, and that's it. So I'm going into the tunnel. I'm touching hand to hand on wall to wall. Her hands in hand on ass cheek to ass cheek. So she's like getting getting a great show. But for me, I'm all terrified and shit, and you're just hearing all these little whispers in that tunnel.
Whispers?
Yeah.
It was screams from the girl.
I heard whispers. As you can hear, or you could tell, my ears are going bad. A little bit. I'm starting to go deaf a little bit, guys. Because of work.
Yeah, I'm blind and deaf.
Not blind, actually. I got 20/20 vision.
No, he doesn't. Sometimes he's like, babe, can you see that?
Anyways, so obviously once you hit that first corner, guys, in this picture, that's when it completely went dark. I could not see anything. And I was telling her, and I was like, babe, I don't know where to go. And she's like, it's okay. It's fine. Just put your hands on the wall and see where it takes you. And that's exactly what I did. The whole way there, I'm hearing the noises of the exorcism, me trying to figure out how to get out of that room, and then also crouching at the same time. So very uncomfortable for me. I was scared and terrified. But for one reason and one reason only, I didn't want anything to happen to you. I didn't want anything to happen to my family. So once we got done with that tunnel, I seen the light. I was like, oh yes. There's
He was literally like that meme of the guy who...
I was like, oh.
You know the one from that plays the green monster one from Spider-Man? The
Green Goblin?
You know that actor? I forgot his name.
I don't know his name.
But there's like a meme gif of him going like... After this tunnel, it led you directly to this room, which is called the puppet room.
Oh my god. Jesus. Did you show him the picture?
Of what?
Of what you said I looked like?
Yeah. I said I was gonna
I
put
was
it.
like,
But yeah.
all right, guys. So we get done with the tunnel, and I'm like, oh my god, I see daylight. Oh, very good, very nice. Benihana chicken fried rice. Please put that in the fucking channel. Anyways,
Benihana teriyaki.
Benihana teriyaki fried rice. Toshiba
No,
handybook.
Mitsubishi.
Honda Civic.
If you know the reference, you know it's from Scary Movie.
I thought I was gonna see that motherfucker in that museum too. I'm not gonna lie.
If you saw him and like he
I'll
said all
deck
that,
his ass in the throat. I don't give a fuck. I'll deck his ass in the throat. I don't give
he
a fuck.
said, uppercut.
Anyways, obviously once you get out of the tunnel, I see the light, and as soon as you get out, I stand up. I'm like, oh yes. What the fuck is all this shit?
No, the first thing he did, he stood up, and like I pushed him to like fully get out too. Then all he says is like, "What the fuck?" And it's because he saw like this one clown.
Oh, it's not
puppet.
there.
No.
He must have just recently added it.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be on the right side, on like the back corner.
So
and
I'm gonna say this part real quick. This fucking clown that I was like, oh my fucking god. The clown did a 360 because it was on like those.
So it was kind of like a gymnastic
yes
kind of clown, because he had like the bar. Then he would like do flips on the bar. But
the thing is, it was
and
a wooden.
It flipped really loudly as soon as we walked in.
As soon as I walked in, it's a wooden fucking clown doing that shit. She shoves me, and I'm looking around trying to like gather my thoughts and my
but
fucking
all that
vision.
was like within 3 seconds.
But then the clown did that shit. I was like,
yeah,
I was like, fuck, dude.
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What is that? What is that? And like he kept looking around like, is there anything else?
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, no, it's just doing like the flips, like a gymnastic.
Like, don't get me wrong, I like clowns, but like when I see creepy ass dolls like that shit, I'm out.
You know, they don't creep me out as much. What creeps me out is like the more demonic looking things, because I think that's like more.
Like the one that we saw where the devil's rocking chair was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, the costume?
It shows on this. I have it. So we'll see.
That one was fucking scary, dude.
But yeah, we walked into that. There was an actor that was there too that said had like a lot of weird mixed feelings about all the stuff in there. Remember?
In that room?
Yeah, remember the actor that was there? Like I forgot his name.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name that played Ghost Rider?
Mm-hmm.
The main character that played Ghost Rider, guys.
If you guys remember.
Johnny. Fuck.
I forgot.
I don't think his name's even Johnny, but
I forgot his name. But like, if you've seen the movie, you know who I'm talking about.
If you know who I'm talking about, guys, he's the main actor for Ghost Rider.
He's very known.
But he went there, and his pictures on that wall of where this picture was taken, and he was like, he got out of there within 10 minutes because he was like, that place was fucking crazy.
Yeah. But moving on.
Yeah.
We went across from that room to this one that had very specific paintings and one specific mirror that I'll talk about. And the paintings that were there in the moment that we went are a little bit different than the ones that you see right there. But that mirror right next to the door is exactly the way you see it right there. They still have it exactly like that. So as soon as you walk in, as you can see, you walk in through that side door. And you walk in closer to this side of the wall. So the left side of the wall when you're facing this way. And the first thing you see is like a giant painting. No, actually you see a little painting of a crying kid. A crying boy.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
It's known to like, it was an artist that I guess like spooked the kid and like he painted him crying after. And then it's known to obviously be cursed. And even though it wasn't the original painting of it, it's still known pretty much that if you have any sort of picture of that little boy crying, it's supposed to pretty much haunt you in some way. even if it's like a replica of it. So there was that. There was a big giant painting of an artist that painted something really dark, and it was like little demons and like foggy things and stuff. It was like I would say like the size of a giant mirror, the ones that you just like put back into a wall because they're so big you can't hang them.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then right next to that painting, by the way, that painting is said that if you look at it for too long, then you start feeling a little weird. And then next to that, in the back corner, there was a sculpture.
I would like to tell this one. The sculpture was
He
like a
didn't even
wax.
notice though. I had to tell him.
I didn't notice it, but once the
'Cause he
guy,
didn't pay
once the
attention
tour
to.
guy, because I remember this. I remember what the tour guy said. It's a
No, you didn't. Because when
Oh,
he
no, you
said
told
it,
me.
when he said it, I remembered. And then when you were looking at it, I told you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So she actually told me, guys, because I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at the paintings. This sculpture is like kind of like wax, huh? It was like a wax.
It's not. It's kind of like clay.
Clay, right?
It's made out of kind of like clay. That artist passed away, but he was known for doing art with human parts.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a human skull in that clay of a figure. And it was you couldn't see the skull, but
It was a man with his eyes closed, and it had like a weird Star Wars looking hat because it was like the ones that
like
are
a
like
clown,
pointy. Huh? No, it was like a church one almost. Like, you know how the Star Wars ones are kind of like pointy and they have like the like they fall down like
if
that.
you look up the Gears of War Queen, that's how it looked like that type of uniform, guys. I'm not even joking. Like, you'll know what I'm talking about as soon as I show you a picture.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a guy with his eyes closed, like an older man, and it was from like the chest up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had a real skull in there.
Yeah, the she was like, oh, like the tour guide just told us right now that the head of the sculpture is the actual head of a real person.
Yeah.
It's inside of it, and you wouldn't even known it because of how much paint clay was used on that on the figure. So it was really good detail on it. I'm not gonna lie, it was really good.
It was.
But real quick, I don't know if we talked about this one right here, the main one that's on this picture.
Oh, but I'm getting to that. I'm doing the like circle of the room. So right after that, you pass by like the middle, and they have like a little fireplace at the end with like a mirror. It was just decor. And in that corner, they had another giant painting that had to be set on the floor because it was too big to hang.
Mm-hmm.
And it was of a burning witch, like when they used to do the witch trials type thing, like the witch on the stake, pretty much.
In a sense, yeah.
And it had the story pretty much is that they used it in a movie where the actor or the actress used I think it was like a real blade, like a samurai blade.
Oh yeah.
And
it was one of those samurai blades.
She was supposed to go through the painting, like slashing it open and then going through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can actually see the slash where they did it too.
They refurbished it, but you can still, if you look closely, because there's nothing like pretty much preventing you from touching it, because you can get that close, but nobody does touch it, just in case. Because the story is that after that movie, someone acquired the painting and they put it in their own haunted museum, because I think the movie was about something haunted or like horror-wise. And he had it in his haunted museum, and at one point he offered it to Zak, and Zak was like, okay, I'll take it. And the owner of that painting wanted to personally take it to Zak, not Sam, Zak.
If you're watching this, Sam, shout out my barber.
He wanted to personally take it to him. So he went by car, and I'm pretty sure he took like a truck, because I'm telling you, it's pretty big.
It's a big ass painting,
But
dude.
the point is, he got in an accident on the way there, the car got on fire, and the painting was the only thing that didn't catch fire.
Yeah, that was one thing that the tour guide told us, that was the only thing that didn't get damaged, and it was only that
And
thing.
mind you, the size of this thing is questionable as to how did it not catch fire? It's something so big, like,
I was trying
and
to think right now.
the canvas material, like, it catches on fire pretty quick.
Like,
most of the paints that you use for canvases are toxic enough that they catch fire.
it was like,
So I was like, what?
it was probably just a little bit bigger than this TV, actually, like probably 100-inch TV,
Just imagine it like vertical.
but vertical. It wouldn't fit in a regular car or truck. There's no way.
So they
With
had
the
to
frame on
transport
top
it
of that.
like in a specific truck. But anyways, it caught on fire. They somehow still made it to the museum, and they gave it to Zak. And when they got back to their museum, they realized that the place was burnt down.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like it was like given the sign, like, I do not want to go to his museum type shit.
Either that or like, this is what happens when you get rid of me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, and now that I remember about fire, the crying boy painting is known to cause fires too.
Oh yeah, that was one
So
of the
they
things.
had like a little light that like made it seem like there was fire on him, so that he, in a way, wouldn't catch the museum on fire.
Yeah.
To kind of make him feel like he already had it on fire, pretty much.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. And then when you face the other side of the wall, which is like the right side in the middle, he also had another mirror, and he had like a marble bench, pretty much, where you could just sit and like look at the mirror, but it was nothing. Like, they didn't mention anything about that mirror. And then on that corner that you see that little girl sitting in that painting. Now there's a different painting that was also like, they slashed it open in the middle, and it was a German painting from the Holocaust.
Yep.
And it was from when obviously Jews would hide behind walls and stuff like that, like in Frank.
Mm-hmm.
So back in that day, they slashed it open to see if there was anything behind it, like money-wise, or to see if someone was hidden and stuff. So he said that when he got that painting, just from touching it, he felt bad, like immediately, like health-wise. And I guess he was diagnosed with like kidney stones.
Who, Zak? Fuck, I didn't know that.
And like, he was hospitalized for a little bit, or at least he was like a little weird health-wise. So he has respect for that painting. He thinks that by touching it, he messed up, so he avoids it now.
Mm-hmm.
And now we circle back to the mirror with the hat on top.
Keep in mind, guys, like, real quick before we get to the mirror, I was like, babe, I want to go look at that painting, the one with the Holocaust one. She was like, don't get near that fucking painting.
No, because he was getting close to it, and it's so close to the point you can touch it. And I was like, do not put a finger in that painting. So before I get into that, in my notes, I found how they used to call this house where he built the museum. It was called La Bianca, and it belonged to Lino and Rosemary La Bianca. So the couple was murdered in August 1969. And Zak bought the house in 2019.
So not that far, honestly.
So he hasn't had it for that long. And there's so many things in there.
Yeah.
I'm like amazed. I'm truly amazed because I was like, wow. But Lino pretty much bought the home for his mother in 1968, and they moved in with his wife, and then obviously the property fell eerie after they got murder in there. But yeah. So this infamous mirror belonged to the Dracula movie.
Oh yeah.
And then allegedly it was owned by actor Bela Lugosi or Lugosi. and it's said to be haunted. The legend claims the ghostie used it for crying to connect with his deceased wife and possibly opening a portal to a negative energy. The mirror's history also includes a connection to a murder that occurred in the home of its next owner, with claims that the mirror absorbed the dark energy of the event. So that's the story of this mirror. Pretty much is haunted by, I would say, sorrow.
True.
From obviously the death of his wife. And it's said that if you look at it for like at least 20 seconds, you'll see something in there. You will see stuff around you, or you will not see yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And guess what we did?
We ended up doing it, guys. We ended up going up against it.
Before the guide opened the mirror curtains, he told everyone that if they wanted to step out, they could. And your mom and your Nina and your grandma were like, yep.
Yeah, they were gone.
They were gone. And I don't blame them, because I thought about it too, you know? Because I was like, if it brings something so negative to you, then why would you want to look at it?
But you know what's so crazy?
But at the same time, it's like the at least for me, it's I want to feel these energies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's scary, but I don't know.
You know what I was mostly scared of, dude? When my brother went up. You left, I don't know if it
No, it didn't leave. So the way it happened is that we all lined up the people that wanted to look into the mirror for 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So that we could each take our turn looking into the mirror. And while they were doing that, I was like, you know what? I'll be one of the last ones. I want to look around the room and like examine every single one of the items by myself while you guys stay in line, pretty much. So his brother went first. Then it was me. Like, we were towards the end, but like as of our group, his brother went first, then me, then him. And he was the last one out.
I was so scared because my brother personally has health problems, not severe. And there was just one I'm not gonna mention that I was scared of because I was one of the triggers that I believe.
Looking into a mirror?
There was like, I think they said seizures. I think seizures or something else. I forgot.
Oh, so what happened was that not that long ago, a guy was looking into the mirror and he had a seizure, passed out in front of it. There was like a video of the guy that was like looking at it, and then all of a sudden like he falls back.
Yeah. That was one, guys, that I definitely did not, I was scared for, was my brother. Because I asked him, I was like, are you sure you want to do this? And he was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Obviously all my family members, not just my brother, but everybody. When my brother opened the curtain, he looked in there for like quite a minute, honestly. And then he closed it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad he didn't react to it in a negative way.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I know that at the end of the tour, he said he never felt anything weird.
Yeah, then that made me feel better. And then Mike then went next, because I was the last one to go.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I didn't see jack shit. And I guess it's good. I mean, you never want to see like some demonic shit behind you, but I guess maybe you could say that what people say of like looking into it could be a little weird is because the mirror is so old, it has like spots on it. So I don't know if that can have anything of.
So you're saying you didn't see anything?
No. As much as I believe in the paranormal, like, I'm gonna be straight up and I did not feel anything. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie about it because just for views or whatever, but I mean, doesn't happen to anyone. Doesn't mean I don't see or feel anything, because I do have my stories about that. But as of that mirror specifically, I didn't feel weird about it.
I'll be honest, guys.
But we also didn't have the full 20 seconds because when I was looking into it, the guide came back and he was like, it's just you two. We gotta go to the next room
Yeah.
because we gotta get the tour going.
I told the tour guy, I was like, let me go ahead and get my 10 seconds real quick. Look in the mirror because I didn't have the chance to. He was like, okay, go ahead and do it. So you left because he wanted you to
Yeah,
go.
but I was standing in the hallway waiting for you.
Yeah.
I didn't go into the
So
next room.
what was weird was he kind of wasn't inside the room, but he was on the outside, just like looking on the but had his back towards the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in there. I opened the mirror, curtains, and I start staring at myself. I'll be honest, I didn't feel anything, but I did look at myself in the mirror and I was like, I wonder if something will cause harm or anything to me. But at the end,
You know what? I also, sorry for interrupting, but you know why I felt so okay with you going first for a lot of things is because when I go to places like this, I always take with me an evil bracelet, like an evil eye bracelet.
yeah.
And I am more, I guess, likely to have an experience, but I feel like I can take it much better than you can.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I had it first, I took it off before we went into the house. And I put it on him and like I tied it like 3 times.
And it kept coming fucking loose.
And
The whole
almost
time. I'm not even joking,
like
guys.
every 2 rooms or so he would like be
And
like,
she
look.
saw me.
And they would be like opening out of nowhere. And the thing is, it was inside his hoodie. So how is it getting like untangled when you're not brushing it against anything? Because your hoodie kept it like in the same place.
And keep in mind, guys, towards the end, it broke. Once
It
we
did.
left, and I showed her.
Once we got in the car, it did.
But
Yeah.
like,
It's like
it
they
wasn't
fully
even
gave up.
intentional for me to break it. There was no
But
way.
it happened to Damaris too when we went to the Winchester house.
So
I mean the Lissy boarding
That's what I'm
house.
saying. Like, there was no way for me to break it.
So I know that it can cause you guys more harm than me. Because I got her, I had, when we went to New York and we did all of that road trip, we had, I would say probably like 2 to 3 bracelets each because I bought a pack. Mine, I only used one. She went through like, I think she just went through one, but it kept coming off. It kept ripping, especially when we went to the Lizzie Borden house or when we passed in front of the Conjuring house. That thing was loose the entire time. It's like it wants to go after you guys.
Even though you gave me that bracelet, I still felt protected in the sense because obviously my Nina is and my grandma and my mom are very religious people. They were praying for me and her, both of us, but also too, I also have a tattoo of like Jesus on the cross and praying hands on my right arm. So I did feel this come in like.
That's also the arm you had the bracelet on.
No, it was this one, my left.
Mm-mm.
I promise you it was my left. Because I was using my right to tangle it.
I don't know. I remember it being on that one.
But I still felt regardless protected because of this. But like I said, I didn't see anything in that mirror. However, though, I did feel negative, but like not in that room, but more towards like looking at my reflection.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest, guys, one thing about me is that I know I have a lot of negativity from my past of history with my father, that who is no longer with my life. Not dead, but we're just not connected. But also just past trauma. And one of the things was I just looked at myself in that mirror and I was like, wow, like I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, dude, like I can just feel anger. I felt my anger in
Like you
that
felt
mirror.
the negativity of yourself reflected in the mirror.
Yeah, that's what I just looked at myself and I was like, wow.
Also, guys, as reference for all these stories, we wanted to keep it as genuine as possible, so we didn't talk to each other about our experiences. We said we're gonna keep that in a hold until the podcast. So this is the first time I'm hearing all of this.
But that's
And I
just...
will say it's crazy that you felt so much negativity too.
I felt...
I don't know if maybe you having so much protection also makes them react more to you. Because every time I have protection, I feel like I've felt more stuff than when I don't have anything. But I don't know. It might be depending on the place or whatever. But definitely something.
Yeah. But that was my experience, guys. And let's try to go ahead and move on because our battery on our computer is about to die. If you want to empty your stomach, please go to your local McDonald's and get the 20-piece McNugget meal, the shareable, for only $20.
Please don't.
Because then you get effects like that.
It wasn't even Taco Bell.
It was McDonald.
It was but-up-up-up.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
Anyways.
Let's go ahead and...
We don't need to talk about that. Nasty.
She said it wasn't even Taco Bell.
Now, moving on from the Dracula experience, we went into the Dr. Death room. That's divided in two different sections.
And what we mean by Dr. Death, we mean Dr. Kevorkian.
Yes.
I think I'm saying his name right.
Kevorkian.
Yes. Kevorkian, that's how you say it.
He was known for helping people get assisted suicide. Meaning he would help them kill themselves.
How he did it, guys, was I forgot how exactly, but he had a contraption where...
Well, as you can see in the picture as well, they kind of show in the van how he did it. But first, before that, we went into like a smaller room that was like that looked like a doctor's office, but in reality it was just to kind of explain the story in a TV they had up there.
Yeah.
And they said that a lot of women faint and feel a weird presence around there. I don't know why women specific, but after you walk into that little room, I couldn't find pictures of it, but you walk into this and they have in the wall to the left side of the room. So when you walk in through this side of like the back of the other room, and then you do like around. This is where the van is.
So you're basically doing an L in a sense.
Kind of, sort of. And there's another door to get out of that room on this side of the wall. And right next to that, there's a real owner certificate of the van where it shows that it was his.
Yep. It actually was his, and what made it so like it was real. And one of the pictures when it was getting towed, there was a dent in the rear bumper. And in this van that
because they had their suspicions as to whether or not it was, but they pretty much came to the conclusion that it was because it has this specific dent in certain areas and scratches that they were like,
it's his van.
Yeah. And so eventually they also found the certificate and everything, but
I'll be honest,
he had they had a few pictures of the people he assisted, and from what they know, it's about 200 people.
Oh shit, really?
If not more.
Well, I'll be honest, dude.
And there's mixed feelings because obviously they see it as he wanted to help people move on from feeling pain, but also, who knows, maybe something switched in his head and he killed people that didn't want to die too.
The thing is, I saw a video of him explaining why he did it. He was I don't think I committed a crime. What I did purposely, or not purposely, what I think I did was reasonable, because those were people who were willing to take their life to get rid of the suffering and all that. And honestly, I was just there to help him. He said he felt like he did no crime. he felt like everything he did wasn't by the books. In regards, it was illegal because it was in a fucking van. And what's it called? He was convicted. He ended up being convicted after that because there was a live interview of him explaining himself, like why he felt like he was innocent.
Yeah.
Because he was like, patients that are unstable who make that decision, that's their decision. It doesn't matter if they're disabled, like unable to process it in their mind. He just felt like, if they made that decision right then and there and they were okay with doing it, there you go. But what was crazy about that, before their victims would die, his victims would die, they played a song. I don't know if you remember the song. It was in his van. It was like a weird, like, deep sleep song, like a
lullaby.
Like a lullaby. I was trying to find it, but I could not find that song. And also too, how he did it was like in this picture right here. It was a contraption where once they like basically released the fluids, that was it.
He would like suffocate them with something over their heads too. From what I remember, because this mannequin doesn't have it, but when we were there, the mannequin that was there had something over their heads. And it had like something wrapped around their neck too.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
I know, it's crazy that I found so many too.
But this
I thought I couldn't find many pictures of everything.
I felt very uneased with this van though, let me tell you.
I mean, if you consider the fact that over 200 people died in it.
But if I'm not mistaken, it was 134 women that he killed in that van.
Maybe that's why more women than men feel a certain way.
Yeah. But I'll be honest, this van, knowing that Zak has it, he bought it. I felt how can I say it?
I feel like you felt a lot more things than I did. Not gonna lie.
I felt depression in that van. That's what I felt. I felt depression, and I also felt, how can I say this? Not like sadness, but like
just like pain.
Suffering.
Why are you sideways?
Because I'm talking to my...
Yeah, but face the camera, not me.
I in this van, guys, I felt pain, suffering, a little bit of anxiety, because obviously, you don't know the fucking guy. And then for sure a lot of like,
just being close to something that people died on it's a weird feeling.
I think
the van room, we went to the serial killer room. There was a lot of things, a lot more things than you can see on this picture. I don't feel like it gives it justice as to how much it has.
Yeah.
But I will give a brief summary of a few of the serial killers that they have there. They had Ted Bundy. They had Ed Gein, John Wayne Gacy, Charles Manson, Samuel Little, and I think that's it.
There was one more. His name was Richard Ramirez. The Night Stalker.
Yeah. So, a little bit of what they had of them. Ted Bundy, they had his pair of eyeglasses believed to have belonged to him and worn when he kidnapped the victim. From Ed Gein, they had the cauldron, which we'll show you in a minute because he was in a separate room because they had his cauldron.
Yeah.
From John Wayne Gacy, they had his prison art and reportedly other personal items from incarceration.
There was another good one, but it wasn't an actual item in there. It was just a picture. It was a picture of Zak holding Gacy's brain.
Yeah. Which is crazy on its
That
own.
shit was fucking insane.
From Charles Manson, he had items associated with him from his prison objects, such as the TV set, the dental molds, and in some reports, his ashes or bone fragments, which I don't know if you've seen them, but they were on a top shelf. It was his
Yes.
actual bones.
I think it showed Anthony.
Yeah. And lastly, Samuel Little, according to recent reporting, the museum acquired his sealed remains, so his ashes,
And then
and a portfolio of hand-drawn portraits of victims, prison belongings, clothes, shoes, and other personal items.
one more thing I do want to put in there. I don't know if you did bring it up, but they also had Richard Ramirez in there. And for Richard Ramirez, they had the Night Stalker shirt and they had his prison uniform in there as well.
Yeah. And for some odd reason, they had the chair where they fucking took a picture of the smock shot of, what's his name? OJ.
Oh yeah,
Simpson.
OJ Simpson's chair was in there, the smug shot chair.
Yeah.
That was wild.
It was random, but it was kind of funny to me.
Rest in peace, OJ, man.
He got away with that murder.
He got away with it.
He took it to his grave.
He was like, man. But
I know. But it's so crazy because now there's so many items in there that I was just like looking everywhere. It's crazy to me that there's remains, bones of people. There's paintings with, I think it was Manson that did a painting and he got mad and peed on it and they have that framed.
oh yeah.
And I was like, what the? Yeah, there's a lot of things in there. Pretty cool for people that like crime documentaries. They also had like the kit of the murders from one of them as well. I forgot which one, but yeah, there's a lot in that room.
This room, I'll be honest with you. This fucking house is more terrifying than the Alcatraz house.
Well, yeah, because
prison.
there's more specific demonic items
But
in there.
what I'm saying is, this room in particular, this main room, when my mom, my grandma, my Nina went in there, obviously, this is their timeline in the sense. Like, this is when all this shit was going down. They saw Richard Ramirez. They saw Ed Gein. They weren't there for the Ed Gein part, I don't think.
Yeah, they.
I don't know if they were alive around.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Because they left when we went to one specific room that I'll get into. But it was after the.
Well,
it was after we came back from the basement and
when
everything.
they were born. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When the events were current. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, well, you said they weren't there because they left.
Well,
I thought that's what you meant.
Excuse me.
Anyways.
But obviously, them seeing all these serial killers in there, my grandma was already tripping. She was like, fuck this. Like, deep down in her mind, I already knew. She was like, fuck this shit, man.
Did she say anything to you while we were there?
She didn't say anything, but like, I
feel like they were oddly quiet in a lot of the rooms.
The thing is, my mom was like amazed because my mom loves horror. Anthony loved it too, but
I was surprised she liked it too. I don't know. She didn't.
Out of all the people, I was surprised.
Sometimes she would like come up to me and then like hug me like that. And she was like, just quiet, like. And I was just like, you okay? But I think she was feeling lightheaded too because of the smell.
Yeah,
because she was.
She was. Obviously, I've done a lot of research on Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. That's one person I was very surprised to see his uniform there. Looking at the shirt and looking at his prison uniform, it just brought me so much, like, I could just sense
flashbacks of all the stuff that
he's
came
done
out about.
Yeah, like if you actually followed the Richard Ramirez story, dude, that shit's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But the clown guy, fucking I
was surprised to see Ted Bundy's glasses.
Oh, they had Bundy's luggage of all the shit that he had
in his trunk when they arrested him.
Yeah, that was his original.
Oh, that's the one that I was telling you about. Because I was like, remember that I was telling you someone had their
when they arrested Ted Bundy, they found all his tools and shit.
And they had him there.
And
like the ski mask and everything.
Zak has his shit.
Yeah.
But honestly, you being in this room with me, which one did you feel the most like hit you and you were like, there's no way, dude? Like
Gacy.
Because
as someone that studied graphic design and all that, and I've always been really like, I don't know, I really love art. And I saw his paintings, like the real paintings he would do in prison. I was just like oddly connected to that because I was like, wow, like he does pretty good paintings.
Yeah.
I was looking at them, like he even did the 7 dwarfs from Snow White.
I didn't even see that
as
one.
a painting. It was like more at the bottom. And I was like, oh, I would have that in my house. But then I snap out of it and I'm like, this is a fucking serial killer that did it. So it's obviously like odd, but at the same time, like I think I was just more drawn to it because it had something related to art and I love art. But at the same time, it was such a weird mix of like, I love art. He did good paintings, but he's a serial killer. And I like right next to the dwarf's painting, there was a picture of Zak holding his brain. So I was just like,
you know what's crazy?
It's
Zak was
crazy.
even like, I was trying to get a piece of Gacy's brain for my museum.
yeah.
And if he would have tamed that, holy shit. Like, I think Zak's museum would have topped everywhere.
It
I
still
think
does to me, though.
to me it does, but the only person I wish he would have had in there was Dahmer. I wish he would have had something of Dahmer. Because if Dahmer would have been in there, guys,
He doesn't?
He doesn't have nothing of Jeffrey Dahmer. And Dahmer's
I
glasses.
feel like I've seen. Let me see, because I'm pretty sure I feel like I've seen something.
His glasses weren't there.
No, because I think they're in a museum, in a different museum.
They're in the museum where I think in Washington or some shit. But I'll be honest, guys. This part right here especially hit me a little bit different. Not in a bad way. It was more the fact that knowing that there is history in this particular room, looking at John Wayne Gacy, looking at Richard Ramirez, looking at Ted Bundy, looking at all these serial killers right here.
Oh, okay. So what happened is he doesn't have Dahmer's glasses because there was no way of authentication of the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So they passed on it because there was no way of truly making sure that it was legit. So he doesn't have anything as of now. But yeah.
Like I said, guys.
For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe it was because of
It was Ted Bundy's glasses.
Ted Bundy's glasses.
It was.
Because they look very familiar to Jeffrey Dahmer's.
Frames. They had the same frames. But
that's why in my head I was like, I think he does, but no, you're right. It was the different one.
But like I was telling them, I was like, this room hit me a lot different. Just not like in a bad way, but like knowing we went into a room that have serial killers artifacts. Artifacts.
Stuff with pee. Hair.
Dental. Real hair. Dentures. Clothing.
Their kits.
Clothing especially. Because that's what they wore every day.
Yeah. And I think from the Night Stalker, he has something that has like leftovers ashes.
Oh yeah, there was leftover ashes from him too. In
like
that
not
museum.
The actual ashes, but like a little bit.
It was a box. No, it was his box.
They dug
up his box.
They had the box of where his remains were, so it has a little bit of ashes from him in there. That's what it was. Yeah. But we're gonna move on because we're taking a lot of time on every single room, and there's more than this. And it's already gonna be a 2-part. I already know, like I told you.
Yeah, this isn't gonna
But from this, we kept with the vibes of the serial killers because we
Yeah.
went to the room of Ed Gein in the cauldron. But as a reference, this is how the hallway looks. As you can see to the left, you can see a little bit of the yellow room. That's the first room you walk into before you go into the death band, pretty
Mhm.
much. And right across, this one right here, is the serial killer room. That's what I was telling you. It's right across from it. I know we went to that one after.
Okay.
So this is a reference so you guys can see kind of like how long the hallway goes. And
Vamos, Rico. Pero para la cámara. Y tú me tienes que hacer. Porque Rico no habla, po, hace puro así.
ya. ¿Y cómo quería introducir?
Ajá.
Hoy si fuera por terror cagamos.
Sí, nomás. Ok, buenas noches.
Bienvenidos. Ya no
Lúcete.
necesito introducción.
Lúcete.
Este es el gran Gabito.
Bueno, hija. Pongámonos serio.
¿Con qué cara me dice?
Qué cara.
Bueno, que ya es pasada su hora de dormir ya.
Sí, estoy tratando de. Para no quedarme dormido. Oye, me contaste que te fuiste a conocer un museo después de Big Bear.
Sí.
¿Para dónde partieron?
Fue en Las Vegas, no me acuerdo en la dirección exacta del lugar,
¿Ya?
pero era como más o menos entre Las Vegas viejas y Las Vegas nuevas.
Ya, sí.
Y es de él se hizo famoso porque hizo como un show que se llama como Casa Fantasma.
Sí,
No sé si tú lo
sí,
has
sí.
escuchado.
Sí.
Y desde que se empezó a hacer famoso por eso, como le quedó gustando, encontró esta casa
¿Ya?
que tengo aquí
¿La
arriba.
que está acá arriba?
Ujú. Esa casa ya tenía como su historia paranormal, porque la verdad vimos tantas cosas en esa casa, estuvimos 3 horas ahí adentro, así que
Ah,
tuve muchas notas.
ya.
Tengo varias notas en el teléfono porque no me acuerdo de todo mucho, porque eran tantos objetos, tantas historias, tantos
Sí, me imagino.
años y cosas así que yo dije no me voy a acordar de nada. Y me acuerdo de muy, muy, muy pocas. Me di el tiempo de escribir un poco más o menos de la historia de la casa,
¿Ya?
porque te la cuentan, pero no mucho.
Sí, lo que pasa es que cuando hacen los recorridos turísticos no pueden ahondar mucho en la información porque si no sería muy largo.
Sí.
Entonces se supone que si tú llegaste ahí a ver el museo, ya sabéis de lo que se trata, entonces no tienen para qué empezar de cero.
Sí, pero a la vez igual deberían como dar un poco más de la historia porque la casa en sí ya tiene su historia, entonces podrían igual un poco decirte
Claro.
de
Ah,
eso.
me llamó la atención porque yo pensé que era un lugar más retirado y todo, y no, se ve bien central.
Sí, de hecho, antes de que empezáramos, le mostré esta foto para que se hiciera como una idea de lo que es. Y me quedé mirando así como, esta weá está entre medio de una casa.
Sí, pues, yo me imaginaba como un lugar más especial.
Sí, sí, usualmente lo es.
Falta un semáforo en el frente nomás porque está súper central.
Sí, está bien entre medio de todo. Pero por lo mismo, porque era casa.
Claro,
Por lo que encontré, es como una mansión que era de la familia Wenger.
¿ya?
Fue construida en el 1938 y tiene más de 30 habitaciones. Para que
30
te hagas una
O sea,
idea.
para tener 30 habitaciones, prácticamente un hotel.
Es que no se ve, porque se ve como más o menos de un piso y como que tuviera
Exacto.
un techo alto, pero son 2 pisos y tiene el sótano.
Ah, Bueno, con sótano ahí es diferente. Bueno, hay muchos lugares, sobre todo para Las Vegas o más para el centro de Estados Unidos, que por los huracanes y todo lo que viene, los tornados y todo eso,
Yo no
tienen,
sabía, así que en Las Vegas tenían sótanos, porque usualmente lo he visto como en lugares más, como tú decís, que tienen como
sí, pues
más...
más en el centro de Los Ángeles, de Estados Unidos.
Ujú.
Es que hay prácticamente por ley, para poder sobrevivir a un tornado, tienes que tener subterráneo.
Sí.
No es tanto una moda o algo que se le ocurrió al constructor. ¿No?
Y antiguamente la casa se conocía como la casa La Bianca y le pertenecía a alguien llamado Leno y Rosemary La Bianca
¿Ya?
y fue el lugar de los asesinatos perpetrados por miembros de la familia Manson en
Oh, los
1969.
Manson estaban ahí metidos, mira, ¿eh?
Ujú. ¿Tú los
Ya.
conocí?
Sí, algo. Es que hay apellidos en la historia de los crímenes que quedan. Y
Ujú,
los Manson, sí, en la época de los 70 80 por ahí,
ujú.
se hicieron famosos.
Sí, después en el 2019 fue cuando el Zak la compró.
Ya,
Y ahí empezó a agregar cosas de la colección. De hecho, ahora, cuando nosotros fuimos, había muchas cosas que yo, porque a mí como me gusta esto, yo he visto varios youtubers
ya.
y muchos youtubers la mostraron porque obviamente como son famosos a ellos sí los dejan grabar, a mí no.
Sí,
Varias cosas que mostraron, yo había como una o dos que piezas que habían cambiado completamente al momento que yo fui. Entonces ahora tienen un poquito más, pero a la vez nos mostraron algo que como que no había.
ya, es que tienen que irse renovando, si no se vuelve muy monótono el paseo. Y lo ideal es siempre tener algo nuevo para los visitantes.
Sí. Y esa es la parte del frente
Ya,
que les voy a ir mostrando a ver y a ustedes para que así sea como más didáctica la cosa. Nosotros empezamos de hecho desde esta parte, mira. Porque al principio, al entrar al parque, que es
ya,
esta parte de ahí,
claro.
tú tienes que firmar que obviamente ellos no son
Resp-
responsables si te pasa algo, si
no,
algo se...
claro.
lo que sea. Y en esa parte de ahí donde está esa pared,
Ya,
ahí es donde firmáis. Y una vez que estás listo, te vas hasta el fondo donde está como esa reja cerca del lugar blanco ahí.
ajá.
Y por ahí das la vuelta a este lado, que es el jardín, que es la
Ya.
parte de atrás.
Y tenía una gárgola ahí en la entrada, no deja de ser.
De hecho tiene dos. No se nota mucho, pero por ahí están las dos.
Ah, ya. Ah,
Y,
ya se ve la otra, sí, de veras, ya tiene dos.
y entre medio ves que está ese como techito, que es eso de ahí.
Ujú.
Entre medio de ahí. Bueno, esa es la entrada al lobby del museo. Y adentro del lobby, bueno, antes de que me empiece a dar muchas vueltas, voy a mostrar el lobby.
Ujú.
Ese es el lobby, de hecho fue una foto que yo tomé,
Ya.
porque en esa parte sí te dejan tener el teléfono. Y esa es una foto del pase que nos dan porque nosotros compramos el acceso a todo, acceso abierto prácticamente,
Ujú.
porque al principio fuimos con un pase normal. Y cuando estábamos ahí no había mucha gente y la guía dijo, pero ¿y cómo nadie va a comprar nada? Se van a perder como 11 experiencias.
Ya.
Y nosotros nos miramos así como el Jeremy, así como, ya, bueno, si es más barato hacerlo ahora que venir de nuevo.
Sí,
Así que,
ya está ahí.
sí, así que compramos de eso y al comprarlo, como a los 2 minutos llegó una pareja con eso.
Ah, bueno,
Así que dijimos, por lo menos, si hay una wea media rarita, no vamos a ir solos.
claro.
Así que en eso estábamos viendo el lobby y nos dijeron que teníamos que apagar los teléfonos porque son bien estrictos ahí. No podéis hacer grabación de audio, de video, de nada. No, ni siquiera puedes tener prendido el teléfono. Que
Mira.
igual yo dije, en caso de emergencia, igual es un poco...
Sí, pero el teléfono en caso de emergencia se prende en segundos. Lo
Sí,
importante es que no te lo quitan.
no, sí, sí.
Entonces
Pero
ahí es más complicado cuando en este tipo de situaciones te quitan el teléfono, ya es un
no,
poquitito
yo
más.
creo que ahí ya no les iría muy bien con el tema del tour, porque si no, la
Claro,
gente no tendría como la seguridad de estar en contacto con alguien en caso de algo.
claro.
Y al apagar todos los teléfonos, en eso que estábamos en el lobby, llegaron varias personas más y estuvimos esperando como unos 10 minutos.
Ujú.
Y éramos yo, el Jeremy, la mamá de él, la abuela de él, la tía y el hermano. Ese puro grupo de nosotros.
Ya,
Y después llegó una pareja, creo que eran como alemanes por el acento.
acento, ajá.
Llegó la pareja, llegó otra pareja más y otra pareja más. Entonces terminamos siendo como,
Unos 12 más o menos.
no, como 16
Ah,
más o
bueno.
menos. Porque hubo un momento donde nos tuvimos que hacer como entre grupos, en una parte de una experiencia que tuvimos que hacer. Y solo de los que tenían el pase a todo, éramos 12.
Ah, mira.
Y una vez que apagamos los teléfonos, te los tenéis que mostrar, que están 100% apagados, y te hacen leer eso que está allá arriba.
Ya.
Y te hacen, es como bien cuático, sí, porque te hacen levantar la mano, así como que está ahí
Un juramento.
juramento, claro. Y que tenéis que leerlo en voz alta y lo tenéis que leer a la cámara que está apuntando en la esquina. O
Ya.
sea, son bien así como,
Sí, pues después en caso de algo dicen, lo hice, ahí está
claro.
grabado. Ya.
Y a lo que voy es que después de eso es cuando nos vamos por detrás de la casa
Ujú.
y llegas a esta parte de aquí,
Ya.
que es el frente, porque tú entras por la puerta principal, así como una casa común y corriente.
Claro.
Y de ahí, lo primero que tú ves al entrar, por suerte, aunque no hayamos grabado nada, hay varias fotos de youtuber y cosas así que han ido, entonces
Ujú.
hay algunas cosas que están cambiadas, pero lo primero que ves al entrar es eso.
Ya.
Y dicen que si tú no le, como que le haces así un hola, como que te trae mala suerte. Entonces todos entraron así como, y
Oli,
vieron al,
Oli.
sí, así como, no me hagáis nada, gracias. Y la primera habitación que vimos fue esta de aquí.
Ya.
Y al entrar a esa habitación, habían como muchas cosas de muñecos y cosas así, y nos contaron la historia y muchas historias, entonces al final podría estar aquí mucho rato, pero...
Sí, porque cada muñeco tiene su historia.
Ajá.
Son cabezas de cera. O sea, no de cera, de cerámica.
Ujú. En la esquina de justo esa parte como de por allá,
Ujú.
bueno, creo que puse una foto también como de idea. Así es el fondo de la habitación.
Ya.
Y ves que está como esa máquina en el medio,
¿Sí?
para este lado donde está como esa luna o
Ya.
huevo, no sé qué. Hay como una puerta secreta. Y por esa puerta secreta tú puedes ver esto de aquí, que son como un pasillo de muñecas.
Ujú.
Y esa parte solo podíamos entrar nosotros los que tenían el acceso completo.
Claro.
Y igual es como medio raro porque lo que sí voy a decir es que a modo crítica del museo, no me
Mm.
gustó que ellos tenían máquinas de humo.
Ah, ok.
Entonces en todas estas partes así era como un poco sofocante porque es como el humo que usan para lo de Halloween.
Ujú.
Igualito, huele igual. Y
El
aparte
típico.
tenían olores a vela,
Ya.
pero esas como velas fuertes.
Ujú.
Entonces muchas de las personas en el grupo empezaron desde ya la primera pieza a la que entramos, dijeron, es como que está medio fuerte el humo, el olor,
Claro.
como que molesta. Y creo que eso igual le quita como la experiencia paranormal que tú podrías tener ahí, porque te hace doler la cabeza el solo estar con el humo y
Sí, pues
los
están más
olores.
preocupados de eso.
Entonces yo le decía al Jeremy, igual, yo sé que lo hace como por ambientación, pero no
Claro.
creo que lo piensa más allá para que no moleste a la gente, porque quizás lo que quiera hacer es hacer que la gente se sienta así.
Claro, pero no lo
Porque,
logra.
claro, bueno, yo creo que sí lo logra, porque ahí voy a llegar al punto, pero eh, siento que es como algo que ya no debería hacer porque le quita... Si a ti te empieza a doler la cabeza por algo paranormal, es muy diferente a asociarlo a los olores y al humo que está en toda la casa. Ni
Claro.
siquiera en esa parte, es en toda la casa. Entonces igual eso después como
Con
a
un
los
rato
10
ya
minutos
te
ya.
nos
Y
duele.
son 3 horas de tour.
Ah,
Entonces
no,
ya
mucho.
es
Aparte
mucho.
que salí hediondo como tú.
Salimos hediondo, ¿sabéis que lo olíamos en la ropa?
Sí,
Estuvimos...
se impregna, son
por-
3 horas.
Y después fuimos a los casinos con el olor a cigarro y todo y todavía seguía el olor ahí bien agarrado.
Sí,
Nos
sí, sí.
tuvimos que bañar porque...
No, por eso te digo, es que son, sí, son incienso y cosas raras que le echan ahí, entonces
Ujú.
son aromas muy fuertes.
Y después de esta pieza, el grupo normal se tuvo que devolver al pasillo regular y
¿Ya?
nosotros nos metimos por el closet que tenía una salida para el otro lado del pasillo regular. Y justo al final de ese pasillo, porque tú al entrar es literal la entrada
¿Ya?
y las dos puertas a esos lugares.
Ujú.
Y al fondo hay otra puerta y si tú vas para ese lado, está el pasillo lleno de puertas y cosas así de las otras piezas que tienen
Claro.
distintas cosas. Entonces, puerta, 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 puerta. Es como un pasillo en L. Entráis así y vais así.
Ya. Y
Eso es
como
la
son
casa.
30 habitaciones, olvídate.
Sí. Es que también como era casa, hicieron los living y todo eso y los cerraron y todos los baños y qué cosa. Lo
Ujú.
hicieron pieza, entonces había mucho, mucho, mucho alrededor. Pero al fondo del pasillo, la primera pieza a la que entramos era como una... parecía como iglesia.
Ya.
Y es porque la ambientaron a una iglesia porque tenían las fotos, tenían el ropero y tenían como las cajas originales de las cosas que usaron para el exorcismo más famoso del mundo, que fue el de la Annalise Mitchell.
¿Ya?
No sé si
Sí,
has
sí.
escuchado de
Sí,
ella. Creo que tengo la foto aquí, pero de ese. Está un poco cambiado ahora,
¿Ya?
pero tú al entrar entras justo del punto de vista de esa foto, en la esquina de la pieza.
Claro.
Y al entrar, ahora tienen unas como bancas de iglesia, ya no tienen esa silla. Y al fondo tienen ese ropero ahora, que es el que veía ahí arriba.
Ajá.
Y en esas dos ventanas es donde muestran lo que usaron para el exorcismo de ella.
Ah, ya.
¿Tú no has escuchado de ese?
No, ahí, ahí
Eh,
explícame, ¿eh?
creo. Es que suena muy penca, pero me acuerdo muy poco porque tuve que acordar de varias historias. Pero ella fue una niña en, bueno, no niña, porque ya era como de 16 años más o menos.
Adolescente.
Eh,
Ah, ya, sí.
es alemana,
Sí, 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 sí. Sí, sí, sí. No, ahora ya me acuerdo.
¿sí?
Sí.
Bueno, prácticamente lo que yo me acuerdo de ella, para no estarlo leyendo, eh, es que ella tenía como 23 años cuando murió y fue porque ella dejó de comer porque decía que estaban poseídas y que los demonios no la dejaban comer
Ujú.
y bueno, toda esa historia inspiró la película El
La
Exorcista.
original, sí.
Así que si quieren saber más de eso, vean la película o la pueden buscar también
En realidad los
porque
seguidores de este tipo de podcast,
son más o menos familiares con todo eso,
claro,
sí.
pero tú no le estás contando algo nuevo.
Lo que sí, de mi experiencia, te puedo decir que igual es como medio raro entrar a algo que está ambientado a una iglesia y que sea algo de exorcista. Aunque hace sentido, pero igual es como incómodo porque es como demoníaco, pero a la vez como católico porque ella era católica.
Claro.
Y nosotros estábamos sentados justo al lado derecho de la pieza. Bueno, ahí tengo como idea, ¿veis la puerta que está ahí?
Sí, sí.
¿Y veis cómo anda agachado?
Ajá.
Ahí nos hicieron meternos, porque ahí estaba todo lo del exorcista en esa pared de ahí.
Ya,
Y al entrar por ahí, porque al estar sentados nos estaban contando la historia de ella.
claro.
Pero obviamente como vimos tantas cosas es como que me acuerdo muy poco, pero después de contarnos la historia, él puso el audio original del exorcismo que le hicieron a ella.
Ya.
Entonces se escucha el grito y todo como por un minuto y algo. Y después de eso, viene el guía de nuevo y nos dice, oh, el Zak hizo esa puerta a la siguiente experiencia para los que compraron el pase completo. Y él prácticamente lo que quiso hacer con eso fue que puso toda la energía mala de la habitación en ese túnel.
Ya.
Como que hicieron como un ritual de no sé qué
Ujú.
para poner las malas energías ahí. Y después la puerta se abrió sola y nos dijo, ¿quién quiere ir primero? Y nosotros estábamos ahí. Y entonces toda la gente se miraron, nos miraron a la misma vez y nosotros con el Jeremy.
Juegue.
Sí. Y yo
Ups.
como bien valiente que soy le dije, ya tú primero.
Sí.
Y el
Pobre
Jeremy me miró
pobre
así
Jeremy.
como,
¿Y por qué yo?
¿por qué yo? Y yo le dije, es que tenéis que ir tú porque yo todavía me estoy calentando la cosa.
Sí.
Y yo le dije además que tú no eres muy sensible a estas cosas, así que tú vayas a pasarlo en la oscuridad nomás, lo más te vaya a pegar en la cabeza. Y se pegó, pero...
Claro.
Porque mira, al meterte ahí es así de estrecho. Y
Ah,
está completa oscuridad,
¿en serio?
completa. Y
Ya.
los maricones,
Ya.
como es tan estrecho y tienes que ir agachado, pusieron speaker a los lados escuchando el exorcismo de la cabra.
Ah, qué bonito. Eso es
Y fue
hermoso.
como, daba una par de vueltas porque como que daba un círculo a la habitación que estaba al otro lado.
Ya.
Entonces al salir de esa habitación, a lo que llegamos fue a esta parte de aquí,
Ya.
que es el cuarto de las muñecas prácticamente.
Ya.
Y ahí nos explicaron otras historias de las otras muñecas y no voy a entrar en detalle porque son, como se ven ahí, habían el doble.
Claro, 100 muñecas.
Sí, porque muchas de estas fotos son como de cuando recién había empezado a coleccionar cosas, entonces hay muchas cosas que han sido agregadas que al punto que nosotros fuimos habían como el triple,
Ya.
ni siquiera el doble, porque hay demasiadas cosas. Y de esa habitación nos fuimos a una habitación que tiene un espejo
Ya.
que usaron en la película de Drácula y no me acuerdo qué pasó en el set, pero algo hizo como que la gente empezó a ver como cosas a través del espejo.
Ah, ya.
Y de hecho él tiene, usualmente en casi todas las piezas tiene una tele. Y en las teles te muestra las historias de las cosas que están ahí y te muestra como cosas que le han pasado a la gente que ha ido. Porque lo graban en las cámaras, entonces
No, claro.
Y mostraron que había un hombre que se paró justo enfrente de ese espejo, porque si te veís, en la puerta a la habitación está justo al lado del espejo.
Ya.
Entonces al entrar tú no lo ves, porque está cubierto así con
Sí.
las cortinas, porque la gente, hay algunos que no lo quieren ver.
Claro.
Y en esa pieza hay como cosas muy raras, por ejemplo hay un cuadro gigante que está al lado de la pared donde tú apenas entras la ves, aquí a este
Mm.
lado. Y en esa pared está el cuadro y dicen que fue un artista que como que hacía cosas medias satánicas
Ya.
y lo hacía como con esa intención, entonces el cuadro como que estaba, como que traía mala energía, si tú lo mirabas ahí por mucho rato. En la esquina había como una escultura de, como de aquí para arriba, un hombre viejo y el guía nos dijo que tenía un cráneo de una persona dentro,
Ya.
de verdad. Que estaba ahí dentro de la escultura. Y al otro lado, en la otra esquina, había un cuadro de una bruja como quemándola en esa, como
En la
antiguamente, donde
hoguera.
los
La
ponían.
típica hoguera.
Mm.
Ya.
Y esa se había usado en una película donde la protagonista rompe el cuadro como con una espada
Ya.
y se mete entre medio. Y era como, creo que era una película como ambientada de bruja. Y empezaron a pasar muchas cosas raras porque esa película parece que también era de terror.
Ya.
Entonces se querían deshacer de ese cuadro y había no me acuerdo su nombre, pero había alguien fanático de las cosas de terror que lo compró y lo tenía en su propio museo de colección. Y empezaron a pasar como cosas muy raras y cuando el Zak abrió el museo, él dijo, ya, ¿sabes qué? Me voy a deshacer de esto. Quiero que él lo tenga. Y cuando él le dijo al Zak que se lo quería llevar personalmente, en camino, y hazte cuenta que el cuadro es como un cuadro grande, o sea, al punto de que una persona se supone que atravesó por el cuadro,
Sí,
te
pues
da a
grande.
entender que es como más o menos de esa altura. Y cuando él estaba transportando el cuadro, hubo un accidente, se incendió el auto y la única cosa que no se incendió fue el cuadro.
Mira.
Y de alguna manera él igual encontró la manera de llevar igual el cuadro al cabro, al Zak. Y una vez que llegó, se lo entregó y toda la cosa.
Ujú.
Al volver, su, su museo se había quemado también.
Ah,
Y no saben cómo, no tiene explicación. Y lo que encuentran raro es que fue en el momento en que él se quiso deshacer del cuadro.
fue el mismo día prácticamente.
Ujú,
Ah, buena,
sí.
buena
Y había
coincidencia.
otro cuadro más que viene de Alemania cuando pasó todo eso
¿El
de los
holocausto?
judíos y todo eso.
Ujú.
¿Ves cómo se escondían detrás de paredes y cosas así? Pero este es un cuadro más pequeño, es como de este tamaño.
Ya.
Y en ese también hay como una rasguedura en el medio. Y fue porque como los estaban tratando de encontrar,
Claro.
rompían cuadros, rompían de
Lo
todo
que
para ver
fuera.
lo que fuera atrás. Y viene directamente de esa época. Entonces, cuando a él se lo dieron, él dijo que empezó a tener, del solo tocarlo, se sintió mal. Después le encontraron como piedra en el riñón y toda
Ya.
una cosa ese mismo día. Entonces, como que él le tiene así como, quédate ahí.
Bonito, pero quédate ahí.
Sí. Y lo otro que no estaba justo estaba al lado de ese cuadro que se ve detrás de él en la foto.
Ajá.
En esa parte estaba colgado. Y ese cuadro ya no está ahí. No sé qué hicieron con él, pero. Y al final de que nos terminaron de explicar todo eso, nos dijeron, bueno, si quieren ver el espejo, ustedes lo pueden ver por ustedes mismos. Solo les aviso que hay gente que se ha desmayado, que ve cosas, o hay
Sí.
algunos que ni siquiera se ven ellos mismos en el reflejo.
Ah,
Es como más o menos de eso.
ya.
Y se supone que si tú lo ves como directamente por más de 20 segundos, empezáis a ver cosas.
Ya.
Y la mamá del Lier me dijo, no. Y se fue. Y
No.
se fue ella, se fue la abuela, se fue
Todo.
la tía. El único que se quedó fue el hermano.
Ya.
Y nosotros dijimos, ya, bueno, ya la vamos a ver, sí, qué tanto. Porque además yo también, cuando voy a lugares así, yo no voy con la intención de burlarme ni nada. Entonces yo me
Sí.
siento como segura de que no me va a pasar nada. Y hasta por ahora incluso me ha ido mejor. No sé si tenga algo que ver o no, pero ahí vamos a ver.
Ujú.
Pero nos pusimos como en una línea con los que sí querían verlo. Y cada uno empezó como a abrirlo, se quedaban mirando. No pasó nada. Y yo fui la penúltima y el último fue el Jeremy, pero ya nos estaban apurando porque toda la gente estaba en la
Sí, claro.
siguiente exposición. Entonces ahí tuvimos que apurar la cosa. Pero después de eso nos fuimos al que yo creo que sí haya escuchado, que es al que llaman el doctor de la muerte prácticamente,
Ah, sí, sí, sí.
porque él hacía asistencia de suicidio, algo así,
Sí,
que
pues.
de hecho tiene la van en el museo. Esa,
Él fue uno de los primeros que empezó con esto de ah,
suicidio con asistencia.
claro, se me fue el nombre, espérate. Eutanasia.
Mm,
Sí, él fue uno de los primeros médicos que empezaron a hacer eutanasia.
ujú,
Y como estaba prohibido, eh, él ayudó a morir a una mujer que fue la primera una de sus primeras pacientes la hizo en la van
Ujú.
porque era prohibido en el hospital. Entonces la dentro de la van preparó una pequeña clínica y le cumplió el deseo a ella de ayudarla a morir. Entonces por eso le dicen el
El
ángel de la
doctor.
muerte, porque fueron ciento y algo personas que
De hecho,
le
hasta
ayudaron.
ahora, si tú ves aquí, tienen la van. De hecho, nosotros entramos a una pieza donde tenían como, lo hicieron ver como que fuera una oficina de doctor.
Ujú,
Y ahí nos mostraron que muchas mujeres como que se desmayaban al entrar ahí, o se sentían raras, como que les dolía la cabeza.
claro,
Y nos mostraron videos de mujeres que tenían como ataques de pánico y todo antes de entrar a ver la van. Porque tú entras a la pieza, te hablan de eso y la puerta al final de la pieza se abre y entra ahí a esto, que es
ya,
donde tienen la van original de él.
sí.
Y adentro tienen ese maniquí donde muestran como el método de que él
Sí,
hacía
pues la
para...
posición en que ponía la persona.
Ujú. Y en el otro lado de la pared tienen el certificado de dueño de la van. Entonces, el original.
Claro.
Y lo tienen colgado ahí, tú lo puedes ver y todo.
Me parece que ese era un modelo Volkswagen
Ujú.
del 78, parece que era.
Sí.
77, 78 por ahí va.
Y hasta lo que dicen ahí en el museo es que tiene más de 200 víctimas,
Sí,
incluso más, porque obviamente no se sabe muy bien cuántas, pero ayudó a hartos. Bueno, ayudó porque no.
sí, pero lo que
Ahí
pasa es que
está como la duda de que si era gente que de verdad quería morir o gente que como que metió también entre medio de eso.
hay un punto en donde se cruza la línea.
Mm,
Por lo general se empieza, a lo mejor fue la intención original, era ayudar a las personas que estaban con dolores insoportables,
ujú.
pero en algún punto a lo mejor cruzó la línea y empezó a matar gente.
Lo
No,
más probable.
no por que no quisiera morir, ¿cachai?
Sí, entonces ahí está la duda de que si ayudó o no ayudó a esas personas o si lo hizo entre medio algo medio sospechoso.
Sí, lo iban a juzgar, tuvo un tema judicial
¿Mm?
bien, bien fuerte porque eh, era ilegal en esa época. Entonces,
Bueno, hasta ahora tú no puedes ayudar a alguien a suicidarse.
hay países que sí,
¿Sí?
hay países que ya lo aceptaron ahora, hace poco, pero hay muchos que dicen que no porque
No quieren
am,
tener eso de que quizás la persona se arrepienta.
no, es que me parece que en Holanda o en Suiza o Suecia, por ahí por esos lados,
¿Mm?
están, como ya está la ley de la eutanasia aceptada, están pasándose la línea porque, por ejemplo, si una persona tiene depresión endógena,
¿Mm?
que es la depresión que te termináis,
El momento que te dejen solo te va a
te
intentar.
suicidas, hay muchas personas que han escuchado a médicos que le dicen, oye, si ya tenías esa enfermedad, mátate, po. O sea, o ancianos que ya tienen 78, 80, 80 y algo, le
Ujú.
dicen, ¿sabes qué? Mátate. Y es por un tema económico, porque en esos países, cuando ya llega a viejo, empieza a ser una carga para el Estado. Entonces, ya se pasaron para el otro lado. Se
Ujú.
supone que el tema de la eutanasia son para personas que tienen enfermedades terminales con dolores insufribles, insoportables, y la idea es quitarle ese peso. Pero ya allá se han dado cuenta que hay varios países que lo están haciendo para rebajar los costos del Estado.
Mm.
¿Cachai? Entonces, ahí está. Por eso no
Eso es
está,
lo
por eso
complicado.
no está 100% aceptada la eutanasia en todos los países del mundo.
Bueno, sí, porque si tú, por ejemplo, si ya ves que una persona está terminal y la familia no lo quiere dejar ir, al hospital es más dinero mantenerlo, entonces...
Exacto, sobre todo por los seguros.
mm,
Entonces, se cruza la línea.
sí, bueno.
¿Y qué más hay visto? ¿Qué más viste?
Lo que me causó rareza es que, como ves aquí más o menos, entramos a un... Porque íbamos como de una pieza a otra, obviamente, pero estaban como, así como, hacíamos zigzag, así como el
Ajá,
Scooby-Doo, que
claro.
entraba y
Sí,
salía
sí, po.
corriendo entre las puertas. Cruzamos y cruzamos donde estaban como todas las cosas que tienen de los asesinos seriales más famosos.
Ya.
Y aquí tengo la lista porque no son todos, pero por lo menos la mayoría. Está Samuel Little, que son como sus restos. De hecho, él tiene, creo que 2 cremaciones de asesinos seriales ahí.
Ah, ya.
Y él, de hecho, hay una foto donde em, tuvo el cerebro de John Wayne Gacy. ¿Lo has escuchado de él?
No.
El asesino payaso.
Ah, el payaso. Ya.
Hay una foto de él donde los que tenían los restos de él lo dejaron tener su cerebro en la mano.
Oh,
Y hay fotos, por ejemplo, porque él era bien conocido por hacer pinturas en la cárcel. Y
ya.
están las pinturas originales de él ahí. Em, También tenían a alguien bien famoso que se llama Ed Gein.
Ya.
No sé si lo has escuchado. Que era el que inspiró la masacre de Texas, el que
Oh,
usaba la piel de las personas.
sí, 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 sí.
Ya, él tenía en el caldero de
Ajá.
él, donde él como que colgaba a las víctimas arriba, las rajaba
Sí,
y les drenaba todo
claro.
para que así pudiera usar su piel para lámparas, cosas así. De hecho, él estaba tan loco que hizo un disfraz de piel humana para que se pareciera a su mamá que ya había muerto, porque él tenía una relación muy mala con ella
Ya.
y quería sentirse cerca de ella, así que se hizo como un traje para ponerse de ropa humana
De
que lo
mujer.
hiciera sentir que
De
estaba
mujer.
cerca de su mamá.
Ah, no, está súper bien el niño.
Sí. Bueno, ahí tienen,
Le
creo que
sería
lo
más
puse
fácil
después
hacerse una
de
operación cambio de sexo.
ese caldero.
No, está clarito, mi niño.
Sí. Y aparte de ese,
Bueno, el tema de hacer,
oh mira, y así se ven los pasillos, más o menos para que te hagas una idea.
claro,
De hecho, la pieza amarilla es la del doctor,
¿ya?
la que entras primero antes de ver la van,
Ajá.
y esta de acá es la de los asesinos seriales, que es esta de ahí, para que te hagas una idea de la,
De
de
cómo
la
está cómo
distribución.
está la decoración.
Ajá.
Ya,
Bueno, esa ya tiene más cosas que eso de ahí,
me imagino.
pero es la única que encontré. También tenían cosas de Ted Bundy.
¿Ya?
¿Tú sabes quién es?
No, pues si tú me tienes que instruir.
Bueno, tienen las gafas de él.
¿Ya?
Bueno, él fue un asesino serial que secuestraba, obviamente vi a la gente
Mm.
y los mataba y lo hizo a muchas mujeres y niñas en el 1974 y el 1978. Él siempre buscaba como mujeres y niñas.
Ya.
Y tienen las gafas de él ahí y tienen su kit de asesinato. Tienen la bolsa, tienen las cosas que usaba, tienen el traje,
Los
tienen...
cuchillos, todo el tema.
Ujú. Tienen a Charles Manson
¿Ya el Manson? Ajá.
y de ese tienen pinturas hechas con las cenizas de Manson.
Claro.
Tienen los huesos de él, que de hecho yo los vi. Los tienen como medios como...
Corroído, sí.
Sí, pero los tienen como en algo de vidrio, entonces como que si los pudieras tocar.
Ya.
Y tienen otras cosas como el atuendo usado en prisión, dentadura postiza y el collar con pentagrama hecho de papel higiénico. Tienen muchas cosas muy random. Tienen algo de John Edward Robinson y tienen el traje de Papá Noel que usó en el asesino en serie John Edward Robinson. No sé si lo has visto.
Me parece que sí. Me parece que una vez escuché de este compadre, era un asesino que se disfrazaba del viejo Pascuero. En el tema de los asesinos seriales no soy muy experto.
Bueno, él hacía lo mismo que el otro de eh, capturar gente, y hacía eso y después
Caput.
por algo son asesinos seriales.
Sí. Casi todos vienen con un trauma de niño, ¿no? Son psicóticos, en fin.
Tenían...
Muchos de los asesinos seriales eh, mantienen, ellos le llaman trofeos.
Ujú.
Son cosas, hay algunos que guardan los dientes, otros que guardan la uña. Cada
De hecho,
objeto
había
de,
uno, no
de
me
cada...
acuerdo quién en específico, de los asesinos que estaban ahí, que también hacía dibujo y una vez se enojó porque no salió como que él quería, lo meó y ellos lo tienen ahí,
Claro,
la
el dibujo,
pintura mía.
claro.
Y fue algo así como muy random que yo vi porque lo vi y dije, ah, ok, porque la cuestión está meada y dije, ah,
Sí,
bueno,
¿qué tanto?
cada quien con sus cosas. Y sí, es que tenían demasiadas cosas. De hecho, las cenizas estaban como al otro lado de esa parte de las rejas,
Ya,
en esa parte de la estantería de ahí.
claro, la estantería interna.
Ujú. También tenían la silla donde le sacaron la foto cuando lo metieron preso a Lord J. Simpson.
Ya, el OJ. Ujú.
Tenían la silla ahí también. Y la foto con él así.
Sí,
Es que habían tantas cosas que yo recomendaría que fuerais, pero a la vez, si es que se deshacen de los humos y todo eso, porque si no, tú no. Porque si bien sí son cosas que te dan como tú no sé qué,
claro.
yo no siento que sean cosas que se te apeguen a menos que tú estés tocando todo. Y yo no toqué.
No, pues si no hay para qué
Y
tocar.
estaba así como, ábreme la puerta, porque ni la manilla.
Es
Sí, porque por más que me gusten estas cosas, tampoco quiero afectar mi vida
tu vida
del día a
diaria.
día.
Tu vida diaria, claro.
Sí, porque no, yo no,
No,
no
no es para
sirvo
eso.
para eso. Y bueno, después de eso nos metieron a ese porque el caldero estaba en una pieza separada. Y ahí
Ya,
nos contaban la historia de lo que hacía. Y de hecho, no se ve en esa foto, pero ahora cuando tú entras en la esquina de ese lado, tienen un marco con piel humana de verdad.
wow.
Y lo tienen ahí para que tú lo veas, pero no.
Eso de hacer cosas con las pieles, con la piel humana, lamentablemente no es tan extraño. Los alemanes, ah, bueno, aparte de usar la sangre de los niños para los soldados, eh, utilizaban la piel, se hacían carteras, se hacían lámparas, porque para ellos eran animales. Lamentablemente el pensamiento se les deformó de tal manera que no eran seres
¿Qué es
humanos.
lo loco? Porque a él, el Ed Gein, obviamente no le fue muy bien cuando lo encontraron, pero si tú te pones a pensar todas las veces que los alemanes hicieron eso en su época y después que él lo haga, o sea,
Claro.
obviamente él es de aquí, entonces no es diferente, pero tenían la misma mentalidad al final, porque
Sí, lo que pasa es que a lo mejor llegaron, o a una mente enferma le llegan los datos de que otro enfermo hizo esto y a lo mejor le gustó y dijo, a ver, intentémoslo.
Pero es raro porque tener una mala relación con tu mamá y luego matar mujeres para hacerte un traje de piel de mujer
Ujú.
para tú sentirte cerca a una persona que no...
Que ni siquiera es la piel de ella,
No solo eso, pero alguien que no te llevabas bien.
claro.
¿Por qué te quieres sentir tan
Como
cerca de
castigo a lo
alguien?
mejor también, po, porque esa
Porque él
piel,
odiaba a las mujeres,
por eso, po,
por lo mismo.
porque esa piel tenía un significado de dolor, había mucho dolor o sea, cada trozo de piel era una vida.
Ujú.
Entonces yo creo que más que sentirse cerca de su madre, era sentir que todo ese traje era un símbolo del dolor. Entonces eso lo
Sí,
hacía sentirse bien porque a lo mejor dentro de su paranoia, de su locura, se estaba vengando de su madre, porque era como hacerla sufrir a la madre.
sí, puede ser. Porque, no sé, es muy raro.
Sí,
Es muy raro cómo la mente de ellos funciona, la
es que
verdad.
los psicópatas en general, primero pueden ser personas muy inteligentes, por
Bueno,
eso
por
son
algo
tan
se vuelven
metódicos,
seriales también, porque,
claro, y por eso son tan metódicos y son tan difíciles de capturar, porque el detalle es lo más importante.
bueno, de hecho, por ejemplo, el Jeffrey Dahmer, él se raptaba hombres,
Ujú.
porque no sé si dijeron 100% que él era gay o que si no, no sé, pero era siempre hombres, más o menos adolescentes. Y él guardaba los restos, él se los llevaba al apartamento
¿Ya?
como con otras intenciones
Ujú.
y después les hacía de todo y los mataba, los descuartizaba y guardaba sus partes en el refri con el resto de la comida que tenía, o sea,
Claro, lo que
así.
pasa es que para ellos,
De hecho, hubo uno donde a
eh,
él incluso, no me acuerdo si le enterró algo en la cabeza o si le usó un taladro y le hizo un hoyo y todo.
¿ya?
Y el cabro de alguna manera se salió en algún momento, no me acuerdo de su historia, pero hay toda una serie
Hay una película,
de él específicamente.
hay una película de él. Me parece ahora que
Mm,
me dijiste de eso, de los hombres. Sí, fue un afroamericano, parece que fue el que se salvó.
sí, que fue
Que
el que le hizo el hoyo en la cabeza.
al que le hizo el hoyo en la cabeza. Sí, sí,
Ujú.
es una película esa.
Y lo loco fue que él se había escapado primero. No, se escapó después de que él le hizo el hoyo en la cabeza. Encontraron a unas personas en la calle y él le empezó a decir a las personas, no, si él es mi novio, que aquí, que allá, y le creyeron y se fue de nuevo con él.
Claro.
Y no me acuerdo cómo terminó zafándose, pero es que se... O no sé si siquiera se terminó de zafar porque no sé si murió o no, pero parece que sí había uno que sí se había salvado.
Bueno, de hecho, uno de ellos se salvó y ahí pudo poner la constancia y debido a eso lo capturaron.
Sí, porque él era como súper así,
Es como,
pasaba
sí,
súper desapercibido lo que él hacía.
hay muchas, los psicópatas en general tienen, cada uno busca su propio
Pero lo que sí la
sistema.
gente que vivía con él, porque como era apartamento, ellos también reportaron que habían olores muy raros viniendo de ahí.
Claro. Por ejemplo, en Chile,
¿Mm?
en el desierto, en Antofagasta, en Alto Hospicio,
¿Mm?
había un psicópata. Ese psicópata Alto Hospicio de un pueblo muy pobre en el norte de Chile, y que está aislado. Entonces, las personas que viven ahí por lo general usan autobús o taxi o colectivo, lo que fuera, para trasladarse de un punto a otro. Era un colectivero, un compadre que manejaba uno de los taxis y las personas tomaban el taxi pero no llegaban a destino porque este compadre se desviaba, las golpeaba, las violaba y después las mataba tirándolas a un pozo minero.
¿Mm?
Eh, Te digo, fueron muchas, me parece.
¿Pero eran solo mujeres o de
Solo
todo?
mujeres, solo
Mm.
niñas, adolescentes entre 14 15 años a 20 por ahí era. y casi todas eran estudiantes.
Mm,
Y al igual que a este muchacho que le hizo el hoyo en la cabeza, pero se salvó,
mm.
una de las niñas la tiró al pozo, pero ella no se alcanzó a agarrar. Entonces no cayó 100% al pozo. Pero él pensó que sí, pues. Entonces se fue. Y después esta niña resistió y empezó a salir hasta que salió del pozo y pudo dar aviso a la policía y la policía lo capturó. El psicópata de alto auspicio se llama. Estuvo, olvídate, mucho tiempo asolando el área y hay muchas víctimas. Después, cuando llegó la policía y vio el pozo y bajaron a chequear, estaba lleno de cadáveres. Lleno de cadáveres y este compadre hacía eso. Había encontrado en Chile le llaman a ese tipo de pozo, le llaman un pique, porque era como los pequeños mineros partían haciendo las excavaciones. Y ahí lo tiraban. Pueden, pueden medir 20, 30, 40, 100 metros de profundidad.
Entonces la gente con solo caer moría.
Es que ahí morían. O sea, las violaba, les pegaba, las dejaba semi inconscientes y después las tiraba. Entonces,
Yo creo que entre la adrenalina y todo, esa niña se pudo haber
a lo
agarrado.
mejor no
Porque...
quedó, claro, no quedó 100% inconsciente y se pudo agarrar de una u otra manera del borde. Y ahí quedó. Pero siempre,
Pero
por
¿y esos
suerte,
pozos son como de tierra?
es tierra, es un hoyo.
¿Tienen cemento
No, no,
o es
es
solamente
un hoyo.
tierra? ¿Y cómo subió?
Porque no son, como no son hechos con máquina,
¿Mm?
que la máquina te va dejando las paredes pulidas.
Ah, dejaba como
Las personas
las partes.
hacen el hoyo con la pala, con, entonces va quedando espacio. No
Mm.
está recto como un muro regular, sino que, ¿me
Sí, porque
entiendes?
si fuera un solo hoyo perfecto para abajo, no es imposible
No,
salir.
imposible, imposible. Así
Es lo que
que
me pregunto cuando vienen temas de asesinos seriales, como él, por ejemplo, ya encontró un pozo, pero no piensa que en algún momento alguien puede agarrarse para salir.
lo que pasa es que todo en la vida se basa en la confianza. A lo mejor las primeras víctimas que él tiró, que se yo, puso hasta con una linterna alumbró para abajo, ¿me entendí? Para estar seguro. Ya como a la tercera, cuarta, ya dicen, ah, si ya no se agarran. Entonces, como esta niña fue a lo mejor la 20, ya ni
Mm,
siquiera miraba, lo empujaba nomás y vámonos. Y seguía su día normal, ¿me entiendes?
sí, puede ser.
Ahora él me parece que está con pena de muerte, o cadena perpetua, una de las dos. No me acuerdo
¿Y
mucho
sigue vivo?
sí, sí, pues está vivo. Está vivo, la policía lo pilló. Ay, sí.
¿Hace cuánto fue esto?
Mira, déjame buscarlo.
Sí, porque yo nunca había escuchado
Sí.
de
eh,
algo así en Chile.
Dice Julio Pérez Silva, el 15 de julio del 63 nació, también conocido como el psicópata de alto auspicio. Este es un asesino en serie chileno, actualmente condenado a presidio perpetuo por violación y homicidio de 14 mujeres, ¿viste? 14 mujeres jóvenes, la mayoría,
¿Fueron solamente 14 o son las que se conocen?
las que encontraron.
Mm,
14 mujeres jóvenes, la mayoría menores de edad, además de un homicidio frustrado, que fue la niña que se salvó. Está considerado el mayor asesino en serie de la historia moderna de Chile. Cometió sus crímenes en la región de Tarapacá, específicamente en la ciudad de Iquique y en la localidad de Alto Hospicio. La ocupación era taxista. Orlando Garay, padre de Viviana Garay, una de las víctimas, comenzó a luchar por la verdad y derribar las especulaciones de las autoridades y la policía sobre el escape de las jóvenes hacia países vecinos. Ah, eso era. Originalmente pensaban, porque como era un pueblo muy, muy pobre,
ujú,
pensaban que las niñas se iban a países como Perú y Bolivia, que son limítrofes,
ujú.
estamos unidos por la frontera. Entonces ellos pensaban que como eran niñas muy pobres y estaban justo en una edad entre los
Pensé
en
que
en la
se
adolescencia,
escapaban
entre 15,
con...
20, dijeron, ¿sabes qué? Mi hija se fue para buscar mejor futuro. Y en realidad la había agarrado el psicópata. ¿Cachai? Por eso
Ay,
que aquí
qué
dice,
horrible. Igual pensar que tu hijo se fueron por vida mejor y al final enterarte
exacto.
de que estuvieron ahí todo ese
Por eso que
tiempo.
decían que eran las especulaciones de la autoridad y la policía sobre el escape de las jóvenes, ¿viste? Sobre el escape de las jóvenes hacia países vecinos. Así fue que vendió su bote de pescador y reunió a todas las familias de otras jóvenes desaparecidas para buscar respuestas. El 18 de julio del año 2000 se encontraron la mochila y la ropa de Viviana en un basural, al que según sus familiares y amigos nunca iba. Ese mismo día, en otro vertedero, los vecinos encontraron la mochila y el uniforme de Catherine Arce. El 20 de julio, Inés Valdivia, madre de Patricia Palma, distinguió en una quebrada la ropa interior de su hija.
Oh,
Fue así como familiares, amigos y vecinos buscaron a las jóvenes acercándose a la respuesta. En el 2001, el cuatro de octubre del 2001 cometió el último de sus ataques. Fue el día que la joven identificada como Bárbara Núñez sobrevivió. Él la interceptó y atacó del mismo modo que hizo con las otras víctimas, aunque esta vez confesó ser el autor de los crímenes. A ella le dijo que era el psicópata. Se lo
mm,
confesó a ella y después la golpeó. La golpeó con una piedra en la cabeza. Cuando creyó que estaba muerta, se fue. La joven sobreviviente del ataque logró pedir ayuda y denunciar el hecho. Ese mismo día, el agresor fue detenido tras ser descubierto en un control vehicular con el pelo corto y teñido. También gracias a los detalles en el vehículo descritos por Bárbara. Eso es lo otro. Hay un punto de los psicópatas,
ujú.
ellos se entregan cometiendo errores. Eh,
Porque para qué le dijo y después...
Por eso te digo, yo creo que él llegó a un punto donde dijo, ¿sabes qué? Ya, ya,
O quizás él tenía eso de que quería decirlo.
claro. Y,
Entonces
y la
encontró a
eligió a
alguien
ella.
random y dijo, ¿sabéis qué? Te voy a decir todo y después te voy a matar.
Exacto. Se destaca que, tras la detención del asesino, su ADN fue comparado con las muestras obtenidas luego del ataque sufrido por Maritza, las cuales coincidieron. Tras su detención, confesó el crimen de tres estudiantes y luego unos días sin poder, y después de unos días sin poder dormir, juró confesar el delito de otros cuatro estudiantes. Luego aportó los datos necesarios para localizar los cadáveres de sus víctimas. En un momento fue vigilado las 24 horas y sometido a control del sueño. Luego de que en una ocasión intentó suicidarse en la celda con un cordón de zapato enrollado a un cepillo de dientes. Desde entonces ha surgido nombre de otras cinco jóvenes y mujeres adultas desaparecidas en la zona de Alto Hospicio entre abril del año 99 y agosto del 2001. Mira, sin embargo dice no saber nada de ellas.
Ujú.
La condena finalmente el 26 de febrero del 2004, en ese momento con 4 años, o no, en ese momento con 40 años fue condenado a presidio perpetuo simple, el cual en Chile solo se puede acceder a beneficio tras un mínimo de 20 años cumplidos por
O
el
sea, sí o sí tiene que cumplir 20 años y después tratar de apelar
y
a
después
algo.
apela con un abogado a ver si le pueden, pero al ser perpetuo y por la gravedad de lo que hizo, no, no creo que se lo dé. Porque no es lo mismo tener perpetuo por haber cortado el pasto eh,
Quizás debe haber
haber matado a tantas
información si
personas.
le hicieron algo al caso después, porque ya fue condenado el 2024, ¿cierto?
Claro.
Entonces ya debería haber algo sobre el tema.
Ah, mira. Y en el 2005, la Corte de Apelaciones de Iquique, en fallo confirmado, en 2005 la Corte de Apelaciones de Iquique, en fallo confirmado el año siguiente por la Corte Suprema, ya la Corte de Apelaciones eh, dio un fallo con respecto al caso Y después
Ujú.
la Corte Suprema, que es la Corte Mayor, lo confirmó y elevó la pena a la de presidio perpetuo calificado, por lo que recién podrá optar a beneficios transcurridos 40 años de presidio efectivo
No,
y
sí,
con
ya
condiciones de
tendría
presidio.
80 y
No,
algo,
ya
pues,
está listo.
ya
No,
va a
ya está
morir
listo.
ahí,
Ujú.
que es lo
Junto con
mínimo.
exacto, junto con reemplazar dos penas accesorias. Ah, y aparte que le falta, mira, junto con reemplazar las dos penas accesorias con
Ujú.
penas de 9 años para cada una. O sea, aparte
Mm,
de cumplir cadena perpetua, tienes dos condenas aparte que
por cada persona que mató.
son 9 años por cada persona. Aparte tiene 18 años más de la... No, qué
Mi
bueno, ¿no?
compadre nunca va a ver la
Qué
luz
bueno.
del día.
Ese compadre va a morir ahí.
Está bien, muy poco le dieron.
Sí, pues.
Debieron haberlo sentenciado a todo el sufrimiento que les dio a las niñas.
Recién va a poder apelar cuando tenga 108 años. Dice aquí. Recién va a poder apelar cuando él tenga 108 años, va a poder decir, quiero salir. Y ahí, la Corte Suprema va a decir si le da la opción o no.
Me sorprende que no haya encontrado una forma de suicidarse todavía.
Intentó
Sí, pero
con el cordón y el cepillo de dientes. Entonces hay muchas cosas que uno de repente piensa con respecto a los psicópatas, pero el psicópata,
llegan a
eh,
un punto donde ya quieren así como ya.
exacto, es como los pedófilos. La otra vez contaban
¿Mm?
que hay un pedófilo, no me acuerdo el nombre, en Chile, y que les decía que por favor a él lo operaran y le cortaran todo, todo. Él pedía,
Ujú,
bueno, extírpenme todo. Su abogado y todos le decían que por qué. Dijo, porque yo puedo pasar 50 años en la cárcel, pero si a mí me dejan libre, yo voy a salir y voy a violar porque yo no soporto esa tentación. O sea, el compadre está tan...
pero llegar al punto de también tener tu propia conciencia en decir, sabéis que nunca voy a parar.
Por eso, pero
Porque hay
in- in-
algunos que solo paran porque los arrestan, los
claro,
capturan.
pero en este caso, independiente que ya estaba capturado y preso y condenado, él sabía que en cualquier momento él iba a volver a violar, porque la sensación es como una droga pesada. Cuando ya te vuelves adicto y
Ujú,
tienes la droga enfrente tuyo, es muy difícil que esa persona no vuelva a recaer. ¿Cachai? Entonces él pedía, por favor, pero no que le, porque hay un tipo de tratamiento que le hacen
mm.
para quitarle ese deseo sexual a través de químicos, de inyecciones. Pero él decía que eso no le servía, que era mejor operado,
¿Y qué
porque
hicieron?
sí o sí iba a violar. Eso contó el abogado de él.
Y al final, ¿qué se decidió?
Ah, pero es que después ya,
Le dijeron, vive con eso, puto.
no, después ya deja de ser noticia, así que uno le pierde la huella.
Mm,
Pero en su momento, cuando era importante el tema,
mm.
salieron esos comentarios que dijo el abogado defensor. ¿Cachai? Entonces, no, el tema psicopático es gravísimo, gravísimo.